Every season begins with a goal. For one team, it was about adding to their accomplishments. For another, it was about making the improbable a reality. For the New Jersey Nets, the dream of undoing decades of disappointment started with Jason Kidd. But even the most optimistic fans couldn't sense how much he would elevate his team. After all, they'd won only 26 the year before. So when he predicted 40 victories, many said he was way off. And they were right. The Nets won 52. Then it was on to the playoffs, where Kidd and his team continued to prove that history didn't matter to them. Their stirring playoff run has brought them to the finals, and the matchup Kidd has dubbed Team Destiny versus Team Dynasty. The two-time defending champions with perhaps the league's two greatest players, looking now to enhance their legacy after surviving their toughest test yet. It was the Kings who nearly took the Lakers' crown, but LA displayed resourcefulness and resolve. Battling to the point of exhaustion, they responded like a team unwilling to see their glorious run come to an end. And so, it continues. Team Destiny versus Team Dynasty. Game 1, next.
This is the NBA on NBC.
And for the third straight season, the NBA Finals open up in Los Angeles, where the Lakers are the overwhelming favorites to win their third consecutive championship. To do so, Los Angeles will have to defeat a New Jersey Nets team that hasn't just defied expectations, they've mocked them. Good evening, everyone. Bob Costas at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Welcome to Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Well, obviously, it's no surprise to see the Lakers here. They've been the NBA's dominant team in recent seasons, and they're already being mentioned among the great teams of all time. But the Eastern Conference representative is really a surprise. The Nets last knew glory back in the old ABA, when Dr. J was their star and the ball was red, white, and blue. In their 25-year NBA history, they've never been anywhere close to the finals until this breakthrough season. Joining me now is Tom Tolbert, and now, as a reward for everything they've accomplished to this point, the Nets have to deal with Shaq.
Yeah, we can talk about plots, we can talk about subplots and defensive schemes and all that, but what it comes down to is stopping one man, the most physically dominant center, maybe the most physically dominant player ever to play in this game. It's about brute strength, it's about energy down low, and how do you stop this guy? It's impossible to stop him man on man. I'm not sure exactly what you do, but this guy is a beast down there. And I find it somewhat amusing that they can find flaws in this guy's game, that he doesn't have a great low post game, he doesn't shoot the turnaround jumper. Well, it's like looking at Cindy Crawford and saying, well, she's beautiful, but what about that mole? What? I mean, this guy is unbelievable. How do you stop him? That's a question that's yet to be answered.
But, you know, prior to the last 4 games against Sacramento, the mole, in Shaq's case, was the free throw shooting. In the last 4 games of the Western Conference Finals, he hit better than 70% of his free throws. So even the mole, apparently, has cleared up or been surgically removed. What do the Nets have to do to make this interesting and competitive?
Well, when you look at the Lakers, I mean, you can put what they have to do on a Post-it. When you look at the Nets, what they have to do, maybe you roll out one of those old Egyptian scrolls. I mean, the list is long. They have to shoot extremely well from beyond the arc. They have to make their free throws. They have to keep the Lakers off the offensive glass. When you're the underdog, you can't give the favorite more than 2 or 3 opportunities, or more than 1 opportunity, I should say. So they have a lot of things they need to do. Jason Kidd needs to step up big. Kenyon Martin needs to step up big. It's going to be a tough chore.
Your prediction is?
Lakers in 6.
All right, closing in on the tip-off of Game 1 of the NBA Finals. When we come back, you'll hear from the men who'll call the game, Marv Albert and Bill Walton. You're watching the NBA on NBC.
This summer, experience a movie you never expected.
Hold on.
And an adventure you'll never forget. Time magazine calls it exhilarating. Star Wars Episode 2. This part is over. Rated PG, now playing.
Think of e-business as a game. You got players, you got management. You got opponents who don't always play by the rules. This game takes strategy. and the ability to move that metaphorical ball that is information with more money on the line than in any other game that's ever been played. E-business isn't just a game, it's the game. So if you're going to play, play to win.
Anything in the mail?
Junk. Hey, look at this.
What?
A credit card pre-approved. You know what that means.
We already have a credit card.
But it's pre-approved. What do you want? A trip to Bermuda?
The Caymans?
Yeah. Or a nice dinner out?
You know what I want? A house.
Using credit wisely is the first step toward owning a home. Call for the free guide on credit from the Fannie Mae Foundation and for a list of lenders and credit counselors.
My whole family's on America Online.
I write my mom a lot. She has AOL.
I get to share pictures with my sisters.
My brothers are on my buddy list.
It's like a community.
I keep in touch with my grandparents.
Keeps us connected. It's the best thing we ever did.
America Online. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
One way. All the way. London, Paris, Frankfurt, Germany, Shanghai, Beijing, Hong Kong. Completely around the world. Get off, do what you want to do, get back on board, and continue. You should come along with us and see. My name is Lester Latham. I'm a Boeing 747-400 pilot for United Airlines.
The NBA Finals pregame show is brought to you by United, making travel easier for over 75 years. We are United.
It is just past 6 p.m. here in Southern California. This capacity crowd of better than 19,000 is still filing in to Staples Center in Los Angeles as we get ready for Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the New Jersey Nets and the Los Angeles Lakers. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert along with Bill Walton. Steve Snapper Jones not with us tonight. He is attending the graduation of his daughter, which means, Bill, you have even more time to talk tonight.
Is that a promise, Marv?
No. Let's start with the Lakers, who come off the sensational series against the Sacramento Kings in Sacramento on Sunday night. They were able to wind it up in Game 7 with Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant recapturing their dominant form in Game 6 and 7.
And Marv, those two stars, they were truly magnificent in that Game 7. But in this series, the big unequalizer is Shaquille O'Neal. And the Shaq attack is in full form. Regularly throwing it down time and time again with whatever defensive strategy comes against him. Now, the last two games against Sacramento, what numbers? 38 points, 15 boards, tremendous field goal percentage, remarkable success at the free throw line. The first two games of the series, the last 2 years, in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, Shaq's numbers have even improved there. 40-plus points, 20 rebounds per game, and the regular accuracy at the free throw line. Now, the frightening burden of confronting Shaq falls on these guys, Todd McCullough, Jason Collins, and Aaron Williams. These guys have to defend without fouling. They have to rebound and run the floor, and they have to contribute on the offensive end as finishers. These guys are not playmakers. They cannot run and hide here. And Marv, the Lakers, they also have this other guy. He's named Kobe. He's pretty good, too.
Keen observation. The Lakers' major concern is the man that Nets head coach Byron Scott has dubbed Mini Magic, a reference to new Hall of Famer Irvin Magic Johnson. And what a job by Jason.
Just a quick update on some severe weather moving through the region this evening. A severe thunderstorm warning has now been issued for Cecil and Kent counties in northeastern Maryland and Newcastle County in northern Delaware. A severe thunderstorm moving through Cecil and Kent counties on the upper eastern shore. Possibility of torrential rain, large hail, damaging winds in Cecil and Kent counties on the upper eastern shore. That thunderstorm warning is in effect for those counties, Cecil and Kent counties, until 9:45. We also have that severe thunderstorm still tracking through Anne Arundel County, a very dangerous looking storm here, tracking through the Annapolis area down to Shadyside and Churchton. This storm system has shown some signs of rotation and possibly could produce damaging winds and large hail as it gets set to clear the Annapolis area, track across the Chesapeake and over onto the eastern shore. So severe thunderstorms moving through Cecil and Kent counties as well as Anne Arundel County. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated.
He has to breathe life and confidence into his guys, because if they don't believe the way Sacramento believed they could get it done, then New Jersey has no chance whatsoever. Marv? we have got a game. It's time to get going.
All right, Bill, sky high as always. Basketball on his lap, getting the feel of what will take place. And coming up, it's game one of the NBA Finals. The Nets are calling it Destiny versus Dynasty. For the Nets, it's their first trip to the Finals since joining the NBA back in 1976. The Lakers gunning for their third straight NBA title.
My whole family's on America Online.
I write my mom a lot. She has AOL.
I get to share pictures with my sisters.
My brothers are on my buddy list.
It's like a community.
I keep in touch with my grandparents.
Keeps us connected. It's the best thing we ever did.
America Online, so easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
After 7 years of trying, he's really here.
Good gifts of love.
Hi, Mom.
Good gifts to hand me down.
Honey, who's that?
It's Mark, our financial advisor.
You've planned the next 18 years?
Yeah.
From college to retirement planning, our financial advisors help clients realize their dreams.
These gifts to me.
Y'all fly from San Antone, Indianapolis, Santa Barbara, Hartford. Yes, we do fly out of there. I try to put a face with the voice, so I feel like I'm actually speaking to a real person. That's the neat thing about it. It's just a random draw. You never know who you're going to get. My name is Jennifer Davis. I work in reservations for United Airlines. Just tell us when and where. That's all you have to do.
The first major advance for the fastest treatment of athlete's foot is Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT is the first non-prescription medicine proven to kill the fungus with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. Lotrimin AF and Tinactin still expect you to treat for 4 weeks. Who's going to do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week keeps you athlete's foot free 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
From director Malcolm D. Lee.
Show 'em what you're working with.
Comes this summer's Laugh-A-Minute surprise comedy hit.
That's right.
Behind every great black man is the police.
No.
A strong black woman.
Rated PG-13. Now playing.
Welcome back to Los Angeles, where we are joined on the sidelines by Jim Gray and Lewis Johnson. Let's go to Jim.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. I'm here with Kobe Bryant. Kobe, I'm told that you tweaked your right ankle at the end of the game against Michael Bibby. You had some treatment the past couple of days. How's it feeling?
It feels okay, man. It feels fine. You know, yesterday it was a little sore, but it feels great right now.
Has there been enough recovery time and enough adjustment time to the Nets, and are you concerned at all about a letdown tonight?
I mean, it's a concern of ours, but you know, we're in the finals. We're gonna come out here, let it all hang out, and see what happens.
Byron Scott, a mentor of yours, somebody who's very important to you, a guy who you really like. What's it like to have him now on the other side?
It's fun. You know, I'm very happy for Byron being here in the finals. I used to tell him all the time he's going to be a great coach. You know, it's just unbelievable what he did this year.
Kobe, best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right, let's go down to Lewis Johnson, who's standing by with Jason Kidd.
All right, Jim, thanks a lot. Well, for Jason Kidd, it's been his dream since he was a little guy to hear his name announced at the NBA Finals, and that'll happen in just a few moments. But tell me what your experience has been like walking out here on the NBA Finals floor for the first time in your career.
Well, it's everything that you dream about as a kid on the playground. You want to, watching Dr. J and Larry Bird and Magic, those guys play for the championship, and this is the highlight of our career, and so we're just trying to enjoy it.
Byron Scott has played 30 NBA Finals games for the Lakers in his career. How does his experience help you now in your first appearance?
Well, I think it helps us, and a coach that's played in this and understands the excitement. And, he just told us to relax and go out there and do what we've done all season. And he showed us his first ring, so I think that's going to inspire everybody to come out and give their best shot today.
Are you as calm as you look?
No, I'm a little bit more. On the outside, I'm calm, but on the inside, I'm nervous.
All right, good luck, Jason. Mark, back to you.
All right, thanks, Lewis. We'll take a break. Back in a moment with the introduction of the starting lineups.
we'll be there.
Red Bull.
It gives you wings!
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Chevy, the cars you can depend on, the cars that last, will be there. By Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light, cold, down, easy. By McDonald's, we love to see you smile. By The Bourne Identity in theaters everywhere June 14th. And by NBA Finals 2002, Love It Live.
Back at Staples in Los Angeles, where the Lakers have the second best home record in the NBA. Only Sacramento was better. Lakers going 34-7 here in LA. We're set for the introduction of the starting lineups. Let's go to the public address and Lawrence Tanner.
And now the starting lineup for the Eastern Conference champions, the New Jersey Nets. At one forward, number 6, second year out of Cincinnati, Kenyon Martin. The other forward is number 44, fifth campaign from Utah, Keith Van Horn. At one guard, number 5, eighth season from California, Jason Kidd. The other guard, number 30, sixth year from Villanova, Kerry Kittles. And at center, number 11, third year from Washington, Todd McCullough. The head coach of the Nets, Byron Scott. Back-to-back NBA World Champions, your Los Angeles Lakers. Number 17, 6'7", 11th year from North Carolina, Rick Fox. The other forward, number 5, 6'10", 10th campaign out of Alabama, Robert Ory. At one guard, number 2, 6'1", sixth season from Arkansas, Little Rock, Derek Fisher. The other guard, number 8, 6'7", sixth year from Lower Marion High School, Kobe Bryant. That center, number 34, 7'1", 10th year from LSU, Shaquille O'Neal. The head coach of the Lakers, Phil Jackson.
For this Lakers franchise, their 21st appearance in the NBA Finals as the LA Lakers. They're going for their 14th championship, including 5 in Minneapolis before moving to LA back in 1960. Once again, let's check in with Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. As you just alluded to, I told that to Shaquille O'Neal, that no LA Laker team had ever won 3 titles in a row. He said, I love that. I love the challenge. That's all that motivates me to do what no one else has been able to do. He said, you must understand, I'm a pioneer. You know, between 1400 and 1491, no one discovered America. And then in 1492, all of a sudden Columbus came along. Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean it won't be done tomorrow. Lewis?
Jim, thanks so much. For Byron Scott, it has been 5 days full of emotion leading up to this game one. And Scott was telling me about coming home to Los Angeles where he won 3 championships. This is where his family is. The telephone has been ringing off the hook, and he's going against what he calls the greatest basketball franchise, represented by names he obviously admires. Dr. Jerry Buss, the owner of the Lakers, and Jerry West, the man whose image literally represents the NBA. But Scott said that emotion stops here, right now, at the tip. Now it's war until it's over. Marv?
All right, Lewis, the officials, Joe Crawford, Ron Garrettson, and Jack Neese. It will be Shaquille O'Neal on the opening tip against Kenyon Martin, and Joe Crawford will handle the toss. Game one of the NBA Finals is underway. The Lakers controlling the opening tip. Robert Horry being guarded at the start by Kenyon Martin. Shaquille O'Neal. They feed Shaq. And kept alive by Rick Fox. Here is Fisher, who has not been able to get going throughout this playoff run.
Three-point shooting will be critical for Phil Jackson's Lakers.
Kerry Kittles opening up. That was a two-pointer, had the foot on the line.
One of the things I love about the Nets is that Byron Scott's approach here is, hey, it's about tempo. It's about we're going to outrun the Lakers. You cannot beat Los Angeles and Shaquille O'Neal in a slow-down game.
Bryant being played by Kittles at the start. See Kobe checking the clock. Good job by Kittles, but he was able to drill it.
And that's what separates Kobe and Shaq from the rest of the league. Their ability to bail out a team that is up against a shot clock that is just standing dead, and they can come up with spectacular plays one after another.
Kidd able to keep it alive. Open shot for Kenyon Martin. So the Nets have come out and hit a couple of jump shots. They have a 4-2 lead.
One of the problems with the first-time team is they get overwhelmed by all the falderall that surrounds the NBA Finals here. New Jersey comes out, looks extremely sharp and supremely confident. Give Jason Kidd a lot of credit as well as that young man there, Byron Scott.
Foul on Kenyon Martin. Byron Scott making his return to Los Angeles. Grew up in Inglewood, the site of the former home of the Lakers. The four. Horry able to keep it alive. Here is Fox. And last touch by the Nets.
Both coaches talked about rebounds. Rebounds mean possession. Possession means control. Neither team very sharp in that category in the opening minute 45.
And the Lakers have started out only 1 for 5 from the field. Now Kenyon Martin switching off to Kobe Bryant. O'Neal getting position. Shaquille O'Neal going right at Todd McCullough.
Todd McCullough, as everybody else, gives up size, gives up strength. What you can't do is give up that kind of possession.
Horn with the steal and fouled by Van Horn. You know, Shaq was asked yesterday about Todd McCullough, and he called him, quote, respectable. Todd McCullough said, that's a huge compliment. Seemed very touched by that. Respectable.
Called him a very solid player. Well, Todd only averaging 19 minutes a game during these playoffs. They use 3 guys in the middle there, and Byron Scott will have to find somebody who can contribute in every aspect.
Remember last year against the 76ers, Todd McCullough had that one excellent game. Here's Fisher open. Yes. So the Lakers now lead by the score of 6-4.
Perilous turnovers. The Nets have already had 2 of them, and the Lakers have converted both times. Unacceptable at this level.
Kenyon Martin being given the open shot, hit one a moment ago.
Kenyon Martin has to run a give and go in that situation, or a dribble handoff.
Bryant again picked up on the switch by Martin. Shot clock down to 6. Bryant Goes to the fadeaway. Fox missed the tip. Fox on the putback. Lakers 8, Nets 4.
Every time the Lakers miss, they get their hands on the offensive rebound. Byron Scott, a quick time out here. They have to remedy that deficiency.
Seen any aliens lately?
This 4th of July weekend, the event they don't want you to remember.
Hopefully you enjoyed our new, smaller, more energy-efficient subway cars.
Will be the movie you'll never forget.
What do we got? Big Bad Mojo.
From director Barry Sonnenfeld.
Okay, how you hanging?
Tommy Lee Jones. Will Smith. Men in Black 2.
You getting big. Boy, what you been eating?
Rated PG-13. In theaters July 3rd.
The careless play of the New Jersey Nets have allowed the Lakers to get some easy opportunities. An outlet pass. Maybe want to test Kenyon Martin for color blindness on that play there. But Derek Fisher able to deliver immediately. And then Rick Fox on the offensive glass. Byron Scott told us that it's about controlling all the role players. And when guys like Fox, Horry, and Fisher get easy opportunities, that's not going to get it done.
Nice play by Horry, coming from the blind side to block that shot, and last touch by New Jersey. Lakers have an 8-4 lead, 3.5 minutes gone by. Now Van Horn switching off to Fisher, who is looking for the mismatch. Fox being played by Kidd, gets it inside, and the foul, and you can see right at the start, the intent of the Lakers is to get that ball down low, and Todd McCullough having his difficulties.
And why wouldn't the Lakers come here? This is where the mismatch is in the series, the glaring gap. And what Todd McCullough is doing wrong here is he's doing nothing in anticipation. There is no preparation whatsoever. Now, granted, he's outmatched physically, but if you move your body and get in front of Shaq first on Shaq's flash across the lane, he's going to have to come further away from the hoop.
Shaq, who has been shooting his free throws so effectively, misses on the first. We're looking at 11 of 15 from the line in Game 7. Game 6, 13 of 17.
They're just backing off Kenyon Martin on the perimeter. He's got any shot he wants out there.
Kills from Martin, and the foul is called. Lakers in the midst of an 8-0 run. Foul picked up by Bryant. That is his first. So Kerry Kittles to the line. Kerry Kittles hit his first shot attempt. First 3 games against the Boston Celtics, he was 0 for 17 from three-point range. Really having his problems, but he's picked it up as of late.
Kerry Kittles in the first 13 games of this year's playoffs, 40% field goal shooting. That won't get it done, and a nightmare from behind the arc. Picked it up, though, after they got ever so deep and ever so close to this ultimate stage.
Lakers with a 10-6 lead. Lakers going 58-24 in the regular season. Finishing second in the Pacific. Bryant tries to get it down. No, it goes as Shaquille O'Neal comes through with his third field goal. He has 6 points.
And what you don't want to see from New Jersey is them having to have Jason Kidd walk the ball up the floor. The switching every play, I think, is hurting New Jersey. You got to guard your own man. The Lakers are getting whatever they want.
Kidd way off, rebounded by Horry. Dangerous pass by Fox. But handled on the deflection by Van Horn.
If you're New Jersey here, everything going against you. The Lakers perfectly sharp. Get running. Try to get an open court game. The more opportunities, the better their chance.
Once again, Kenyon Martin given the shot. That's his second field goal.
Robert Horry is not within 15 feet of Kenyon Martin.
Bryant going and Martin spinning his way.
Making the spectacular look routine on a consistent basis.
Here's Kittles for 3. McCullough able to keep it alive. Kidd shoots from downtown.
Jason hasn't had any penetration and dish opportunities. No dribble handoff. Nothing in the open court. No defensive plays.
Fisher for 3. The with 6:18 remaining in the first.
Carryover, forced to play at the highest level in years because of Sacramento's brilliance and the challenge. And then Kobe Bryant just coming. This switch has been killing Byron Scott's Nets here. But when you have that kind of ability to come and finish with the left hand at 8 feet away, what can you do? The ball movement so sharp. Derek Fisher able to just toe it up. Too easy, too many good looks. All Lakers early. What can New Jersey do about it?
Football on TV, shots of Gina Lee, hanging with my friends and twins. I love burritos at 4 a.m., parties that never end, dogs that love cats, and twins. And I love you too. It's a love song.
A lot can be said about the fact we only use 100% pure beef in our burgers. Usually, a mouthful.
Whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be around.
Chevy, the cars you can depend on, the cars that last.
You never have to look too far.
Chevy, we'll be there.
Always with you.
Pick up the DVD with extra special features. The blockbuster that captured 2 Academy Awards.
Let's go! Let's go!
Is the must-own DVD for your movie library.
We're going home!
Black Hawk Down. Buy it June 11th on DVD.
Thank you for calling American Express. This is Tara Hilton. How can I help you?
Talking to our card members, I just enjoy doing that.
I've been an American Express financial advisor for 13 years.
I get to know customers. I listen to them.
They can give you all the service that you need.
Thank you.
We were able to make different travel arrangements.
Some small way, you were able to influence people's lives.
It helps take out some of the stress in their life.
Which is an amazing thing to be able to do.
These aerial pictures are courtesy of the Goodyear Blimp Eagle based in Carson, California. Bill, as you know, Goodyear built its first blimp back in 1925 and currently operates 3 airships.
Were you on that maiden voyage, Mark?
I missed that one. Had a conflict. Go to Lewis Johnson. Lewis?
Well, Marv, during that last time out, Byron Scott trying to get his guys in order. He said there's too much standing around, and he said that's not us. And he said we have to make the Lakers work, and how we get things going for ourselves is on the defensive end. So look for them to try and push the defensive intensity here as they bring the ball back in play. Marv?
Yes, normally the Nets run that Princeton offense so effectively. It is similar to the Sacramento Kings. Back cuts and high screens and rolls, but they are not able to get anything going. They give it right back to the Lakers.
You need on-court leadership. Byron Scott can talk all he wants on the sideline, but where is Jason Kidd? He's got 0 points, 0 blocks, 0 free throws, and 0 points. He does have a rebound, though. And one shot.
Shaquille O'Neal would be by Todd McCullough to hit the reverse. 8 points for Shaq on 4 of 6 from the field.
Todd McCullough is getting nothing done there. He's not contributing on the offensive end. Byron Scott with a change with Richard Jefferson. Maybe you find a spark off the bench.
Jefferson and Aaron Williams getting set to come on. Here is Kidd, and that is his first field goal.
We saw in the Sacramento series that all it takes is one guy playing well, particularly if that guy is the point guard, as Mike Bibby torched the Lakers and gave Sacramento such confidence. Right now, it's non-existent for New Jersey.
Meanwhile, the Lakers with very sharp ball movement, feeling very confident here at the start. O'Neal, yes.
He's just moving so well. All season long, plagued by the bad toe, plagued by the lackadaisical effort. Right now, though, everything on time.
Moore able to follow the shot, and they get the new 24. We're just under 5 remaining in the first, and the Lakers lead 23-10.
They're giving so much room. He has got to put the ball on the floor.
Back comes Bryant. Now met by Kittles. Shaq rolling down low, but it goes back out to Fisher, who drives the lane. Fisher showed some signs in Game 7 at Sacramento, hitting 4 of 9, but his shooting had been way off and had that difficult time with Mike Bibby.
Byron Scott's trying to get two guys into the ball game. There's no stopping to play. They might want to take a foul here by a Todd McCullough, because Byron Scott cannot afford to burn any more timeouts right now. They've got to get these new guys into the court.
Meanwhile, Bill, the Lakers have hit 9 straight shots. Kobe Bryant. Robert Horry got a piece of it.
When they do miss, they get the offensive rebound. Who is going to stand up for New Jersey and say, this board belongs to me?
Rejected by O'Neal.
With no pressure on Shaq to guard Todd McCullough, he just zones it up in the basket area, getting defensive rebound, igniting fast break. When the penetration does come, you got to come all the way into Shaq and then lay it off for somebody else who's shooting while Shaq is denying penetration. Beautiful block. Try to keep it in bounds next time, big guy.
Third block shot for Shaquille O'Neal. So the rookie Richard Jefferson, who's played so well, has come on for the first time. Not able to hit Lucius Harris, and Aaron Williams also checking in as we approach 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. It's been all Lakers. They're up 25-10. O'Neal, Williams has back turned, and Kenyon Martin trying to hold back Shaquille O'Neal. Foul is called. That's number 2 on Martin.
Shaq is doing everything right, forcing yet another timeout here. Todd McCullough couldn't get it down. Shaq just overpowering whoever is in there. And then the movement without the ball, something he's really improved of late, forcing himself through the pain. All Los Angeles early. New Jersey really struggling in every aspect, particularly putting points on the board.
I hate it when he does that.
Sorry about the dust.
After the new roomy 7-passenger Chevy Trailblazer, everything else just seems kind of weak.
I left the bagels in the jet.
The new Chevy Trailblazer, like a rock.
You've got a Black Ops agent who's off the reservation.
If we don't take care of this, we will both burn.
They're trying to kill me.
They trained him.
Buckle up.
Then betrayed him.
If we stay here, we die.
And on June 14th...
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna make it stop.
No one is more dangerous. Matt Damon is Jason Bourne.
I'm on my own side now.
The Bourne Identity. Rated PG-13. At theaters Friday, June 14th.
Listen up. We brought in a very special consultant to help us with our fundamentals.
This is a triangle.
Triangle.
What's this?
Triangle.
What's this?
Triangle. What's this?
The bill.
What'd that cost?
It's $4 million.
And he's not going to stick around to see if it works?
What makes bodies in motion remain in motion? What makes what goes up stay up? And what makes what goes down get back up? Whatever it is, it ain't physics.
Thieves, hackers, con artists. And they're the good guys.
I've got something that'll make you smile.
Natasha Henstridge stars in She Spies. Bad Girls Gone Good.
Looks like the bad guys won again.
NBC this summer.
Back at Staples, Matt Damon, star of the motion picture The Bourne Identity, which I'm told opens June the 14th. The Lakers, with a burst here in the opening quarter, have a 25-10 lead on the Nets with 3:03 remaining. Shaquille O'Neal will get a rest, 5 for 7 from the field, 10 points, 3 blocked shots. Samaki Walker coming on. Samaki bothered by a bruised knee, but says he's much better. Phil Jackson telling us yesterday that his intent was to go with more of the bench on the inbounds miscommunication. And Jason Kidd puts the move on Derek Fisher and then beats Samaki Walker.
Everything changes when Shaq goes to the bench, and the Nets right on top of the play, and finally an open court play. Byron Scott told us that tempo, containing the role players, and keeping Kenyon Martin near the basket area will be the critical elements in New Jersey's task at pulling off this monumental upset bid.
And the Nets staying with Martin on Bryant. The jumper in his face. So Bryant with 6 points. Lakers now lead at 27-12. Lakers have hit 13 of 21 from the field. New Jersey only 5 for 17. The jump hook nicely done by Kenyon Martin. That's his 3rd field goal.
Outstanding execution. This will be the ultimate test of Kenyon Martin's brief career. Just in his 2nd year, he told us that his leg is all better from the injury from last season. But this is a different level than Martin has ever played before. And this guy he's matched up with, oh my gosh.
With a series of crossovers. Kenyon Martin has pulled it back during the postseason. Called for 6 flagrant fouls during the regular season. Lucius Harris not able to hit. The last flagrant called on Kenyon was March 15th. He's gone, Bill, 33 games.
Well,
flagrant foul.
He has realized that it's not about physical play in terms of crossing the line of what is accepted in terms of the fairness of treating your opponents with respect.
One on the shot clock, so Bryant had to fire it up. Walker able to handle that rebound.
Even the desperation bounces are going for Los Angeles.
Walker not able to hit. Coming up on a minute remaining on the first. Here's the speed of Jason Kidd. Rejected by Walker. Kidd leads Bryant. Whipping by Bryant. He thought he was fouled. No call. Kidd with a beautiful move. Going behind the back on Fisher.
Kobe raked across the head on that incredible reverse layup attempt. Couldn't believe there was no call.
Murray switching off to Kidd. Kidd reversing himself, but not able to convert.
And Jason's teammates are not moving in unison with him.
Foul on Harris. Lucius Harris still playing with that protective gear, although he does not need it. Says he feels more comfortable with it. He was cleared to play without that mask a month ago. Just after suffering the broken bone between his eye and ear on the right side of his head. Says he shoots better with the protective gear.
Whatever works. It makes no difference. Whatever makes the player comfortable.
NBA.com is the place. Great photos throughout the finals, on the court and off, from action shots of the top plays to celebrities who are, as they say, loving it live. Log on to NBA.com to email your favorite photos to your friends. It's all at NBA.com. 35 seconds remaining on the first. Lakers lead 29-14.
Too late to go for 2 for 1 here. Just get the best available at whatever time on the shot clock.
Poked away from Martin. Kidd checking the clock. Martin off the double team. And rebounded by Devin George, who just checked in.
Perfect give and go there. Jason Kidd had his man beat. Kenyon Martin just laid it right back for the short 14-foot jumper. Ouch.
Final seconds of the first. Out of 3, 2. Fisher gets it away. So that is the end of the first quarter. The Lakers hearing it from this crowd. They lead the Nets 29-14. The Lakers 13 of 26 from the field. The Nets just 6 for 22. Shaquille O'Neal, the high man, with 10. Back with the second in a moment.
Imagine what you would do with an extra $100 a day. Well, if you sign for your purchases whenever you use your Visa check card, you could turn fantasy into reality. Because each time you sign, you'll be entered to win $100 a day for a whole year. Imagine that. The Visa check card. It's everywhere you want to be.
Chevy Tahoe is the only large SUV with the security of AutoTrack 4-wheel drive, so you can impress people. Or avoid them altogether. Chevy Tahoe, like a rock.
All his life, Calvin's been pushed around. Until one night.
Tonight, some lucky fan. Make me like Mike. We'll get to go one-on-one. Whoa!
Now,
I got dogs bigger than that in my house.
He's stepping up and hanging.
How you do that?
With the big boys. Little Bow Wow, like Mike. Rated PG, July 3rd, only in theaters.
What are hamburger lovers saying about the new BK Back Porch Grillers?
Whoa, doggone thing tastes like it's homemade.
Double hamburger.
Tastes like it's straight off the grill.
You know, flame broiled a la parrilla.
That's a good burger. I think I found a new burger.
It's like nothing I've ever had before.
It tastes just like I made it. And I'm a pretty good cook. It's awesome.
You gotta try this. One bite?
Burger King introduces two delicious new Back Porch Grillers, the BK Smokehouse Cheddar and the BK Homestyle. Burgers your way.
You got it.
They have shocked everyone but themselves. The New Jersey Nets have crafted one of sports' most incredible stories. But their fairy tale season will only be complete with a happy ending. An NBA title. The Nets versus the Lakers. Friday on NBC.
Strength, intelligence, strategy. 3 games in 1 from the producers of Fear Factor. Dog Eat Dog. NBC 1 week from Monday.
Welcome back to the City of Angels. We're at Staples Center in Los Angeles moments ago. Magic Johnson acknowledged by this crowd. Magic named earlier today to the Basketball Hall of Fame. Also named Larry Brown, Lute Olson, head coach at Arizona. The late Drazen Petrovic, a star with the Nets after beginning his NBA career with Portland. And Kay Yow, the head coach of women's basketball at North Carolina State. Let's go to Jim Gray with the new Hall of Famer.
Sitting here in his customary front row seat as one of the co-owners of the Los Angeles Lakers. Magic, what was it like when you got that call from the Hall of Fame?
Oh, I was excited, nervous. I just was going crazy with excitement. And I was happy not only for me, but my family, my mother and father, as well as my wife and my 3 kids.
Magic, a guy like yourself, John Stockton, and now Jason Kidd. What enables guys like you to see the court so well? It seems like you see just about everything.
It's something just in the 3 of us. We want to pass first, shoot second. We want to make our teammates better. And also we want to give our teammates a scoring pass. And that's the difference between the 3 of us, because we give you a pass that you can shoot right away or that you can score with right away.
How much do you think that Byron Scott has helped Jason Kidd, having been a teammate of yours and now trying to apply what you did so well and help Jason?
Well, Byron has told me he talked to Jason about myself, and you know, he didn't have to tell him too much because Jason had it in himself. He's a great leader, and he's a guy you can't really stop or contain because he can get the ball off the board himself and take it the length of the court. That's why you really can't contain him or stop him.
And of course, Jason idolizes you. He wanted to wear number 32, but because of Dr. J having that number retired, he took number 5, 3 plus 2. I'm sure you're aware of that, but you know he's an idol of yours. How do you respond to that when guys perform at this level?
Well, I think you just say thank you for respecting you enough that we want to play like myself. And I hope that all kids are watching Jason Kidd, because we need more young people to learn how to pass and set up their teammates instead of just shoot all the time. So now kids will be idolizing Jason Kidd now.
Final thought. Is this a Laker dynasty? Should they win 3 in a row?
Oh, no question about it. You know, anytime you get to win 3 championships in a row, that is a dynasty.
All right, Magic. Congratulations to you on the Hall of Fame.
And I want to thank NBC, Marv, Dick Enberg, Bill, and especially my boy, Dick Eversole, for all the wonderful times with NBC. Thank you all.
All right, Magic, and we appreciate it.
And, of course, you too, Jim Gray.
Thank you for sneaking that in. I was just going to keep the microphone here long enough until that happened.
I know it.
Marv? Yes, and knowing Jim, that is accurate. A remarkable career. Irvin Magic Johnson, now a Hall of Famer. And Bill, I know you were there for the proceedings earlier today.
Marv, it was a magical ceremony, hosted beautifully by Dick Enberg. A lot of other Hall of Famers were there. Pete Newell, Ann Meyer, Marcus Haynes, Connie Hawkins, Bill Sharman, George Yardley, celebrating the greatness of basketball and how much fun everybody had who was involved there throughout their lives, throughout the game. And Larry Brown, so humble, so giving. He was embarrassed about the attention brought his way. What a day it was downtown Los Angeles.
Lindsey Hunter picks up the foul. Anthony Johnson has come on for Jason Kidd, so he's playing the point. He has Lucius Harris in the backcourt, Richard Jefferson, Keith Van Horn, and Aaron Williams up front. A 32-14 Laker lead. We're opening minute, second quarter.
Nothing going right for New Jersey. They can't get in the open court. They're trying to extend their defensive pressure to try to get the game going up and down, but they're getting pounded on the boards.
Is this a team that is rattled or just being severely outplayed?
A combination of both, because this grandest of stage shrinks men, the greatest of men. But also, we've seen the Lakers have elevated their game, responding to the challenge that Sacramento gave them.
Oh, nice block. Yeah, that's looking for a charging foul. Walker was able to hit on the follow. Lakers now lead 34-15. The Lakers have to be saying to themselves, although there's still a long way to go in this ball game, we are very happy to be out of Sacramento. It is a different story here in the first half. Even the 4 games that the Lakers won against the Kings, they all went down to the wire. And a traveling violation is called on Walker.
New Jersey needs one guy to show that, look, I can play at this level. I can take this game away from Kobe and Shaq and the rest of the Lakers. Somebody who's going to come in and say, just give me the ball. I'll put some numbers on the board, and then we'll get going. Because right now, there is no confidence on behalf of the entire net squad.
And once again, Van Horn coming up short. And the Lakers are getting away with having Shaquille sit out for some time. They're using their bench, as Phil Jackson said he would. They have Hunter in there, George, Walker, along with Horry and Bryant. Hunter off a 3. And Jefferson able to get to it.
But how long do you leave Jason Kidd on the bench? Now, granted, Johnson is a quality player at the backup point guard, but Jason Kidd is your MVP candidate. He's got to be the guy that sets the tone. He hasn't done it yet. But when are you going to give him the chance, particularly with Shaq sitting on the bench right now for an extended period?
Hunter going to the left hand. And back comes Anthony Johnson. Nets have missed their last 7 field goal attempts. Lindsey Hunter switching off to Keith Van Horn. And Van Horn with the shot. He is 0 for 3.
That's a very difficult shot. You stand there. They're looking for the pass and then pull the trigger. You have nobody momentum. The Lakers are backing off. You got to dribble at someone else's defender and then get a dribble handoff going.
Lindsey Hunter able to get it off with Keith Van Horn flying at him. It's a 2-pointer. He had the foot on the line, and Byron Scott will talk it over. 8:52 remaining. First half. The Lakers 36. The Nets 15.
The Nets, the Lakers. Game 2, Friday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
What are you doing here?
I'm fighting for my country.
The Corps developed a new code based on the Navajo language. Protect the
code at all costs.
See any combat, Yazzie?
Looking forward to getting into some.
Let's go! You done good today, Ben.
It was a noble thing that you did.
Critics are hailing Windtalkers as stunningly powerful, calling it a film that delivers an emotional punch. And Premiere Magazine declares, exciting as movie making gets.
We're gonna make it out of here.
Nicolas Cage in a John Woo film.
We saved a lot of Marines today.
Windtalkers, rated R, starts Friday, June 14th.
I taught him how to do that reverse slam dunk.
I taught him the fundamentals.
Boxing out.
Boxing out.
Dipsy doing.
Rebound.
Twist people up.
Bounce pass.
That's me.
I taught him.
I showed him that.
That's me.
Not you, me. That was me.
Who you gonna listen to? How about yourself? Obey your thirst. Sprite.
I thought you told him to be a dentist. Man, don't move your head.
Come on.
The V6 Nissan Altima, North American Car of the Year.
The NBA on NBA Finals 2000 you by Nissan, driven by Sprite, obey your thirst, by NikeBasketball.com, and by MGM's Windtalkers, starring Nicolas Cage in a John Woo film, rated R.
Well, this is the first time in NBA Finals history that the two head coaches are facing teams for which they played. Byron Scott, of course, a key member of the Laker title teams in 1985, 1987, and 1988, soaring through the air with those Showtime Lakers. And Phil Jackson, a member of the Nets for the 1979 and 1980 seasons, modeling the old Nets uniform proudly. And we should point out, not soaring through the air. Phil spent time as a player and assistant coach, also as a color commentator with the Nets as well.
What a physique by Phil Jackson there. You look at their playing careers, the playoff games played, the championships won. Phil Jackson, of course, mentored by Red Holtzman. The defense for Los Angeles just so good, though.
Byron Scott with vivid memories of that Game 1 1985 Finals Memorial Day Massacre. Celtics 148, Lakers 114. The Lakers came back to take that series. Van Horn with his first field goal. So the Lakers now lead 36-17. New Jersey had missed their previous 8 shots.
And Jason Kidd still sitting on the bench. I mean, he can't be tired. When was their last game? Last Friday night? This is Wednesday, isn't it?
Let me think of that. Yes, it is. Ryan Shaw has come on for the first time. Shaquille O'Neal back on the floor, getting right to it. 6 of 8 for 12 points. It has been too easy for Shaq as you think back to the series against Sacramento where they had him surrounded at all times. Aaron Williams. And the Lakers now lead 38-19.
But Sacramento has the advantage of playing against the Lakers a ton of times, not only in the regular season, but the last 3 years in a row in the playoffs. So they have gotten a sense of what to do, what it's like to play against the big man who throws it down one more time.
Shaq has hit his last 7 shots. He has 14 points, and the Lakers lead it 40-19. Jason Kidd getting set to check back in.
No perimeter game whatsoever. How about penetration and dish? How about a dribble handoff? When the guy's backing off, you drive the ball to the elbow and then reverse pivot and lay it down on the floor to somebody.
Hunter backing to three-point territory. Here's George for 3. And Hunter able to scoop it up. They have the new shot clock. Phil Jackson now has Hunter and Shaw in the backcourt. O'Neal up front with George and Medvedenko. Shaq. 16 points.
every aspect of the game. The defense, the rebounding, the block shots, and then on the offensive end, the touch, the repertoire. Just outstanding.
And Joe Crawford indicating a foul on Lindsey Hunter. That's his second.
We're seeing no lingering effects from the sore toe that has plagued Shaq all year. The flash in, the movement without the ball, the execution, the flawless footwork, the power, the combination with the finesse, the touch going both directions, whether it's a jump hook or the turnaround jumper. What are you going to do defensively?
McCullough, who just checked back in, coming up with his first field goal. And Shaquille O'Neal seems to have the elevation and his energy back, coming through with those terrific performances. Games 6 and 7 against the Kings. He is back to his usual dominating self. Good play, though, by McCullough. Kidd pulls it up. That's a 2. Had the foot on the line. He was trying to move back an inch or two, but Joe Crawford was right on it. And the Lakers now lead 42-23. 6 minutes remaining in this first half.
Now the Nets have to build on a play like that, but not just count on Shaq dropping the ball and turning it over.
It is waved off. 3-second violation. Timeout taken. It has been all Lakers in this first half.
Oh, credit card bill. Those interest rates.
Just get a Capital One no hassle card. Lowest fixed rates you can get.
So who's getting rich off my credit card?
Someone living large off your interest payments? Get a Capital One no hassle card. It's got the nation's lowest long-term fixed rates, no balance transfer fees, and no telemarketing.
What's in your wallet?
Be cool.
Killian's Irish Red. One look says a lot.
I'm so embarrassed.
Nissan 4x4. It's the next frontier.
What makes bodies in motion remain in motion? What makes what goes up stay up? And what makes what goes down get back up? Whatever it is, it ain't physics.
The French Open continues Friday morning at 10 in all time zones. Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, the women's final. And Sunday, the men's final. This weekend on NBC.
Tiger Woods challenges golf's greatest championship, played for the first time ever on a public course. The 102nd U.S. Open starting June 13th on NBC.
Back in Los Angeles, our aerial coverage, courtesy of Goodyear and his fleet of airships, which reminds you to take all of life's journeys on the wings of Goodyear.
On a Hall of Fame day in Los Angeles, Shaquille O'Neal has shown what it means to be the MVP, to be a great player, setting the tone and dictating the terms of the conflict, moving beautifully and gracefully without the ball, throwing it down time and time again, moving and thinking as one with his teammate Kobe Bryant, defensively sending it all back, denying every turn for New Jersey, and then torturing Todd McCullough time and time again inside. So many green shots in the paint. New Jersey has got to do something to force Shaq to get outside of the lane.
Shaquille O'Neal 8 for 10, 16 points. He's hit his last 8 shots. He missed 2, and he's hit 8 in a row. Let's check in with Lewis Johnson. Lewis?
Hey, Marv, for the Nets, their defensive plans against Shaq. Well, there's no shame in their game. It's defense by committee. The centers and the forward here and there. And I talked to Todd McCullough before the game, and he said between himself, Aaron Williams, and Jason Collins, they'll use their 18 fouls that they have to give to try and slow Shaq down. You know, I asked Jason Collins if his twin brother Jaron, who's a rookie with Utah, would be here tonight. He said yes, and if they could sub him against Shaq, they would try that too.
Pick up some more fouls to give. Richard Jefferson. Nice move. The rookie from Arizona. We were talking yesterday with Byron Scott. He said, we're not going to stop Shaq and Kobe, but we must contain everyone else. With the tip. Scott feels that the Nets can win if they hold Shaq and Kobe to a combined, he gave us a number, 55 points. That could be obliterated in his first half. And Todd McCullough with his second field goal. Lakers 44, Nets 27.
Nobody has shown since Phil Jackson showed up that you can beat Los Angeles, but I don't believe you can win with the strategy of fouling. You have to come with something where you play defense and force Shaq to take difficult shots, much more difficult than the one he's had here today. He's just rolling right by. But the grace of this guy, combined with the power and the skill and the strength, to make that kind of play at that size, unheard of in basketball history.
Bryant thought he had a teammate, but it was Jefferson. Nets have hit their last 4 shots. We're down to 4.5 remaining in this first half.
LA's defense has kept Richard Jefferson under control. Todd McCullough, swing the sky hook, big guy. Jabbar, speaking of Hall of Fame day.
Bill, control yourself. We were talking earlier about last year's NBA Finals was Game 2. McCullough playing for Philadelphia against the Lakers, 13 points in 16 minutes. And then did not score at all in the other 4 games. Foul is called as Fox and Jefferson came together. It's on Jefferson.
Todd McCullough calling for the ball here. And I got Shaquille O'Neal. I got a fit. Oh, no, it's Slava Medvedenko. Excuse me. Swing it, Todd. Throw it from the free throw line. But one major problem that the Nets are having is their defensive rebounding. I mean, guys like Kenyon Martin and Kerry Kittles and Richard Jefferson and Jason Kidd, they've got to just pound that on the rare opportunities that the Lakers do miss. Block shot.
Fox on a quick release, rejected. Robert Horry is back, coming off for Slava Medvedenko. And Kittles lost his balance, and the ball was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kittles.
And it's Brian Shaw quickly putting the ball in play. Nets caught on their heels again.
Bryant struck. Here comes Kidd, chased by Fox. And a beautiful recovery by Kidd to get it to Kittle.
Transition defense. Phil Jackson has worked so hard on this. They had to do that against Sacramento. Been very few fast break opportunities for New Jersey because they can't rebound. They can't dig it out defensively.
Lakers have led by as many as 23. McCullough on that foul. So the Nets have cut into that lead.
Finally an open court opportunity for Jason Kidd, but tough spacing. When there's just one guy back, you got to take the ball down from the side. Fortunately, Kerry Kittles comes right in behind Jason Kidd. Jason able to lay it off, and then the strong finish by Kittles.
You get the idea that the Lakers are very relaxed as they exhale coming off the tense moments, a very anxious time against the Sacramento Kings. That lead is now down to 13, but they seem to have everything very much under control. Shot clock is at 3. Here's Fox. Yes.
My sense of the Lakers is determination to get it done. Our meeting with Shaq and Phil Jackson yesterday, these guys were focused. They're leaving nothing to chance here, and we have seen that executed on the floor brilliantly.
Another open shot for Martin. Good play by Horry, getting it to O'Neal.
But just look at the way Shaq is running the floor here. No more walking up and down. No more lackadaisical approach. He's flashing. He's got his knees flexed. He's moving. He's calling for that ball. Pump faking with the passes and then getting whatever he wants on the offensive end.
Martin able to get to it. 15-point Laker lead, 2.5. remaining in this first half. Marv Albert along with Bill Walton, Steve Snapper Jones, not with us here tonight. He will be for Game 2 on Friday. Back home in Portland, attending his daughter's graduation.
They've got to take the ball at Shaq there. If you let Shaq play the weak side in a play like that situation, you have no chance.
O'Neal out deep. Here comes Martin to help.
The interchangeability of the offense. Anybody can play any position.
Opening for three. Good box out by Jefferson.
Where's Kenyon Martin with that kind of rebound? That's the kind of inspirational play they need. Jefferson, Martin, good repost here by Martin.
Nice pass. There's a hideout. Jump ball is called.
Oh, goodness gracious sakes alive. Todd McCullough.
You seem to enjoy jump balls, Bill.
Oh, it's the best part of basketball. That's what determines your fate in life. Shaq just badly beaten, reaches around, and fortunately able to grab right onto that ball. And his strength. Get back here, Todd. This game belongs to me.
The 240 horsepower Nissan Pathfinder.
Monday come, we rock the party. Gonna get me some, we rock the party. Wednesday rocks, we rock the party. Ain't never gonna stop, we rock the party. Everybody rock, we rock the party. Come on, let's rock the party.
Who is it?
Sasha and Amber.
It's time to rock, let's rock the party. Whoa.
Bob Costa's back at the Staples Center. You never know who might show up at a Lakers game. So in addition to Tom Tolbert, who has to be here, is getting paid for it. And maybe these guys are too, our esteemed colleagues from TNT. Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, Ernie Johnson. Quick thought on the first half.
The Nets are playing a half-court game right now. They continue to try to play a half-court game with the Lakers. They might as well stay here and just hang out at the beach because they can't win.
Charles.
Main thing, they got the deer in the headlight syndrome. They're real nervous and real tense. They got to settle down and relax.
The one thing you have to do is get Shaq away from the basket. Pick and roll will be effective, something New Jersey does not like to do.
And I think the Lakers have actually taken their own crowd out of this game by building up such a big lead. They're trying to get them fired up in the last minute and a half.
All four of these guys will all be here. I guess I make five for the Verizon Wireless at the half. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Right now back to Marv and Bill.
Thanks, Bob. Should be action-packed at halftime.
I cannot believe that lineup. Charles, Kenny, and Tom. Are there enough microphones out there? Is there enough time? Who's in charge up there?
Speaking of microphones, we were eavesdropping a moment ago on the New Jersey Nets huddle. Let's listen in.
Just got to box out, guys. They're killing us on the board. We know if we rebound with anybody, we got a good chance to win the game. So we got to give these guys one shot. We can't allow them to get 2 or 3 shots. Okay? And then we can get into our running game. All right? Chip away at it, guys. You know how we played the last time we were down 20 to these guys and came back. Okay? So let's stay in there. Just chip away. Okay? Let's go.
Stay aggressive, guys. Stay aggressive.
Nets head coach Byron Scott trying to rally his his team. Here's the jump controlled by the Lakers.
Possession by possession. Just play it one at a time, but they are getting pounded on the boards. Minus 12 overall, and they have been doubled up on the offensive glass. Will somebody please get one rebound, get in the air, and let's get it to New Jersey.
O'Neal.
Another offensive rebound.
And a loose ball foul. It's on the Lakers. Kobe Bryant arguing the call. That's his second.
Whenever you're playing against Shaq or a great player in the post, is that you have got to have tremendous play from your power forward to dominate the boards on the weak side. That's Kenyon Martin, Van Horn when he's in there, Richard Jefferson.
Lakers over the limit. Martin only a 68% free throw shooter during the regular season. Well, we'll be back Friday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 Pacific, to bring you Game 2 of the NBA Finals. That'll be from Staples, right here in Los Angeles. Kenyon Martin missing on both, so the Nets 3 of 8 from the line.
And we talked about Martin having to do the job on the boards. He only has 3 rebounds. That will not be nearly enough. Come on, Kenyon. This is the NBA Finals. What you live for.
Fox passing on the 3 and takes it to the by Mark. Kenyon's had a very difficult first half at both ends.
Very difficult for a player like Kenyon Martin, who has spent his whole career being bigger and stronger and physically intimidating against his opponents. This game is being played and will be won ultimately at the mental level.
Here's Kidd shooting the 3. Jason Kidd in the postseason coming into tonight, 11 of 70 from downtown. That's 16%. It was 32% from three-point land in the regular season. 1 of 2 tonight. Bryant for 3. Kobe now 3 for 10 from the field.
Everything defensively from New Jersey has been reactive. They are not doing anything to force the Lakers out of what they want.
Down to 10 seconds remaining in the half, and Byron Scott has to be very pleased cutting into the 23-point lead. Nice play. McConnell block. Here's Kidd. Just did beat the shot clock. Fisher. Able to get it off. Halftime in Los Angeles. It seemed much worse than the halftime score. Lakers led by as many as 23. They're up 42-19ers. Derek Fisher doing well to get it off and was right on target. But the Nets close out the second quarter with a 17-8 advantage, and they are down by 12. How about this number? Lakers out-rebound the Nets in the first half, 31-19. Let's go to Jim Gray with Derek Fisher.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. He's gone from Damon Stoudemire to Tony Parker to Mike Bibby, now Jason Kidd. Are you fairly pleased that you've been able to slow him down somewhat here in the first half?
Well, he got some buckets late in this quarter, and they finished the quarter 17-8 run, and it's a 12-point game now, so we can't relax anyway.
How disappointed are you that you've let these guys back into the game after being so easy and in control here for the first quarter and 6 minutes?
Yeah, we should be extremely disappointed. You know, we knew that coming out it'd be a little different for them as far as their experience. We were able to take advantage of that early, but it seems that they're getting comfortable, and we have to step up and take control of this game again.
All right, Derek, good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, Marv, back to you.
Thank you, Jim. Shaquille O'Neal, the high point man, with 16, 8 of 13 from the field. Jason Kidd leading the Nets with 11. Coming up, Verizon Wireless at the half. Bob Costas and Tom Tolbert will be joined by Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Charles Barkley. It's all coming up momentarily. At halftime here in L.A., Lakers 48, Nets 36. You're watching the NBA Finals on NBC.
Kelly Turner has 4 boys.
They don't shrimp out of the Concourse shrimp.
They never stop eating. Each week she buys groceries with her Discover card.
Some people put milk on cereal.
So far, she's built up a cashback bonus award of over $180.
Are you eating butter?
It's money she could use for a nice vacation. Maybe without the boys. Discover Card's new cashback bonus program, where you get paid for the things you buy anyway.
tell you all the features of the new Infiniti G35. But hey, who has time to watch a 14-minute commercial? The new G35 from Infiniti.
All right, guys, bring it in. Bring it in. Hey, where's Billy?
He's sick. He's our best player. Yeah, we can't play without him.
Come on, it's gonna be okay.
But for the championship, Coach.
There's gonna be a lot of other games.
Hey, I can play.
Do you know how?
I'm not bad.
He's tall. What do you think? All right, let's play! Hey, if we win, we get to go to McDonald's. So don't play.
The beauty, the world of Ralph Lauren. Polo.com.
War Emblem looks to make history and become the first horse in nearly a quarter of a century to win the Visa Triple Crown. The Belmont Stakes, Saturday 5, 4 Central NBC.
Defending champion Tom Watson, 3-time champion Hale Irwin, the legendary Jack Nicklaus, and more. The Senior PGA Championship, Saturday, 2 Eastern, NBC.
This is Verizon Wireless at the half. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
So the Nets come back to make it look at least respectable at halftime, down by 12 at 48-36. And as we told you a few moments ago, we're joined by our friends from TNT, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley, along with Tom Tolbert, and me. Now, Ernie, this is the kind of thing you deal with on a regular basis. In the paper, Charles picks the Lakers in 7. On the air tonight, before the game, he picks the Nets in 7.
He has been, I guess the best way to describe his prognostication ability, he just wants to cover every base, every eventuality. In fact, in the first half of this game, he flip-flopped 5 times, and in fact, once went back and picked Sacramento to win the series. It was stunning.
You know, the thing that's interesting, I've been right except one series, Detroit against Boston. I thought I picked the Lakers in 7 games after going over some more research this afternoon. I changed my pick before the game. I like New Jersey to win the series. I said Keith Van Horn was going to become a star. He played terrible, but New Jersey is all right. They came out real nervous like we did in '93 in the finals. Never been in that situation before. They got back together. This Laker team is not as good as that Bulls team. I still like New Jersey to win.
Well, you know what happened? When he picked the Lakers, you were wearing the mock neck. Then you went with the tie. The blood flow got restricted, and you said, let me go with the Nets.
Hey,
that's what it was.
I never switch up during a series. I picked New Jersey before the series started tonight, and I'm sticking with it. They even got a chance to win this game tonight.
So from the opening tip-off, you're stuck with New Jersey no matter what.
And I like that pick. New Jersey played terrible. They're only down 12. Keith Van Horn got to give me something. But they were nervous. You know what's fun? I told Kenyon Martin before the game, I said, New Jersey's going to be scared and nervous. He said it wasn't a big deal. It's just a normal game. I guess I was right.
You know what? I have to agree with Charles on a certain set. He does flip-flop a lot, but he does stick with one team once he does go with them when the game starts, when they tip it off. So he gets everyone confused, and then he comes back to reality. But one of the things I saw tonight, which was so different for New Jersey, and it's a different series for them. They're not accustomed to having someone like Shaq in the middle, and Jason Kidd in the last series was able to drive in. And I thought Sacramento, Mike Bibby was able to drive in because of Vlade Divac and Chris Webber. They moved him away from the basket. This series, Todd McCullough stays underneath. He's not a jump shooter. Shaq's going to get a lot of rejections.
You mean getting by your man and facing Shaq is different than getting by your man and running into Tony Batiste?
No question, especially when Shaq is staying under the basket.
Who knew?
Get him away from the basket. Where's Vlade when you need him?
And just to clarify again on Charles' picks, he did predict as the playoffs began, the winner of the 1-8 series in the East would go to the NBA Finals, and the Nets are there. He also predicted moments ago that whoever wins this series will win the NBA championship.
And that would be the New Jersey Nets in 6 or 7 games.
Charles, you know what? I'm sorry to cut you off. We are esteemed tonight. We know we have Emmy bookends tonight. Did you realize that, Tom? These are Emmy bookends right here. How expensive are these bookends we have?
Do you also remember you were the two best ball-headed guys in the looking world? Right,
me and Tom. Oh my God.
We're the tallest, best-looking reporters on television.
Let me see like you do me. Let me see. Nope, ugly still stays.
That's right. Being a bookend on this set has nothing to do with Emmy credentials. You just have to have hair.
You know what?
That's what balances the shot.
I still do a little bit. Hanging in there.
You better get that M in a hurry because he won't have much longer.
Whether you like it or not, we're going to commercial. And you know what, Charles? You're so demanding. You say Keith Van Horn's got to give you more. 1 for 6 and 2 points isn't enough? What do you want out of the guy? Back with more from Los Angeles on the Verizon Wireless at the half after this.
With Verizon Wireless, now you can talk.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Or access the web.
Good.
Across the country. Because now get unlimited, that's right, unlimited night and weekend minutes to use nationwide. All on the America's Choice Network. Now with mobile web for only $40 monthly access. That's the best wireless value.
Good.
From the best national wireless network. Plus, pick up a sleek web-ready LG phone. Hurry, the minutes may be unlimited, but the offer's not.
Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
I am Sue Bird. The thing I love most about the game is the competitiveness of it. I love competition. I love the pull-up jump shot, I gotta admit. I like all types of music. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Other people tell me that I have a pretty good smile. There it is. My favorite saying is, tough times don't last, but tough people do. This is who I am. I am Sue Bird.
Jimmy Johnson's just a rookie, but he sure doesn't drive like one. Driving a car owned by Jeff Gordon, Johnson's grabbed 3 pole positions and 2 victories so far this season. Can this newcomer from California follow in Gordon's footsteps and be Rookie of the Year? NASCAR returns to NBC July 13th.
Sensational play by Barkley.
We know that we can beat them.
Barkley on the intercept. Charles Barkley with the interception. His passion for 3. Yes! The Chicago Bulls have 3 straight NBA championships.
All right, we're back at the Staples Center. Should you guys have won in '93?
No, Michael Jordan's the greatest player ever, and they deserve to beat us. We couldn't finish.
You had 27 points per game, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. Did you feel good about the way you played?
I felt well about the way I played, but it's the exact same situation tonight. We came out in game 1 and lost the first 2 home games. Everybody on our team was really nervous, and we never recovered from that.
Kenny, Charles said that these Lakers are not as good as the '93 Bulls. What do you think? Could the Lakers of Shaq and Kobe have beaten the Bulls of Michael and Scotty?
Well, it's tough to compare eras, first of all, but I think they have a clear
That's not
advantage.
An era. That was a couple years ago.
No. We're talking about the 90s. We're talking about, this is a new generation right here.
We can't compare Wilt to Shaquille,
No, but it's
this is only a couple years ago.
It's a new generation because what happens, they have the luxury. They don't have teams like the Pistons chasing them or the Lakers chasing. They're in a class by themselves. So to be tested, they have never been tested until last series. So this is the first time we've seen that. I don't think they're as good. I have to agree with Charles, even though I don't like doing it sometimes.
Hey, look, I live with this night in, night out with the constant bickering between these two.
Let's don't talk about your home life.
If I could change the subject momentarily, this is our first time on your show, Tom, but you have been on our show before. You realize that?
I didn't know.
It was here in reminiscing about the Clippers finally beating the Heat. And who's that throwing the ball up and having it bounce off of his head?
World Cup.
Goal!
Hey, we won a game in the World Cup.
You know what?
We won a game in the World Cup.
I didn't know that.
It happened in the middle of the night.
Like 1-0?
3-2.
Get out.
Yeah.
High scoring shootout. Go for. You know what? Though I used to do that after every Clipper win. Because we only had like 12 a year.
Yeah,
it was like big celebration, like tape parade, parties. It was great.
The amazing thing about that, how they had to go through all the tapes to find a time you were actually in the game.
Well, we have only 30 seconds here. As a matter of fact, that's a relevant question. What was the scouting report on Tolbert when you guys were in the league together?
I just beat the mess out of him.
He's a bruiser.
Hey, you know what?
He's going to foul. He's using all of his 6 fouls. He's coming in to hurt Akeem. So our job was not to give the ball to
I hated
Akeem.
to see him coming because I said, oh, I got 6 hard fouls coming.
Absolutely. All about bruises. All about bruises.
Before we go, and I know we're short on time.
Well, then shut up.
12 years, our relationship, you can't do that tomorrow because we'll be off the air, but 12 years, our relationship, TNT and the folks at NBC, and we have really enjoyed it, Bob and Tom, and we wish you the best. I know we wish that this relationship could continue. That's not the way the business is, but the best to you and your future ventures. I know the NBA not included, but it's been our pleasure.
And Tom has been doing a great job. That was a great hiring. And if y'all hadn't to waste all that money on the XFL, y'all would still have basketball.
The memo will be sent to Dick Ebersol immediately after the broadcast. It's an open-door policy. TNT, NBC, you can just move from network to network. Later this week, I'll be doing a poetry reading on C-SPAN. You won't want to miss it. All right, let's turn to tennis. And I can tell you about it if they turn this camera over. There we go. All right, rain delayed much of the day's matches at the French Open. Only one quarterfinal has been completed as Alberto Costa advanced to the semis. Former champion Andre Agassi is down a set and a game to the 11th seed, Spain's Juan Carlos Ferrero. That match is to be continued tomorrow. NBC's coverage of the men's semis begins at 10 a.m. Eastern on Friday. And up next, we'll send you back courtside to rejoin Marv and Bill for the second half. The halftime score, the Lakers 48, the Nets 36. Our thanks to Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Ernie Johnson, the great team from TNT, and you've been watching Verizon Wireless at the half.
This has been Verizon Wireless at the half. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
Can you hear me now? Good.
NBC Sundays this fall. The story of a generation
Look, it's me, dancing with Jimmy Riley on Bandstand.
and one family's journey through the decade that changed us all.
You can do anything you want.
The next great American drama, featuring original footage from classic Bandstand. American Dreams, coming Sundays this fall to NBC.
I'm Marilyn Geddes. Tomorrow morning on 11 News Today, can some of the information you find on the internet actually be harmful to your health? We'll explain. Plus, traffic and weather together every 11 minutes. 11 News Today starts at 5 a.m.
The University of Maryland Hospital for Children provides state-of-the-art care for children of all ages. Watch Caring for Kids on WBAL-TV 11 News Tuesdays at 5 and Saturday morning at 6. And learn the latest in children's health care from the experts at the University of Maryland Hospital for Children.
The question she had was a universal one. What do men want? Well, there are a few essentials that every man's wardrobe should have, from classic choices to more contemporary looks. Because what men want, well, that's complicated. But what they need, now that we know something about.
Happy Father's Day from the Men's Warehouse.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Heaven. No, I don't think so, kid. Wait, I wasn't bad. Bad wasn't the problem. You were boring, taking up space. You should have gotten the new Hyundai Tiburon. Nice, huh? It's got 6-speed transmission, V6 power, and the Freedom of America's Best warranty plan. Can I drive? This is hell, kid. You get the minivan.
This is the fine-looking couple whose kids called each other to plan their folks' anniversary party. From the exact same flowers to the exact same catering and the exact same music, right down to the exact same singer who sang the same songs on the wedding day of the fine-looking couple whose kids called each other to plan their folks' anniversary party. Verizon.
R&B singer R. Kelly, charged with child pornography. We'll have details after basketball.
Beautiful night here in Los Angeles as we welcome you back. Marv Albert with Bill Walton. Lakers in this game one of the NBA Finals with a 12-point lead over the Nets at halftime. Could have been much worse. Nets were down at one stretch by 23. A 17-6 run to conclude matters in the second quarter brought them back. but Shaquille O'Neal has been unstoppable. Bill, at one point, he hit 8 straight from the field, 8 for 13 overall, 16 points in the first half.
Marv, Shaq is the difference. He is the gap. He is the unequalizer. The list is endless, as was his dominance. At the top of the game, we talked about Shaq in game ones in his finals history. Well, he has continued that with fabulous play in every aspect, every category, and he has 0 fouls. The Nets playing so unaggressively. They have not attacked this guy at all. They have done nothing. They have not shot the ball well. Their three-point shooting has been atrocious. They are not getting to the line. When they do, they're not making them. They're not rebounding. They are not attacking in the paint. They are not getting it done. Jason Kidd, his numbers were average, but everybody else, they were completely out of it. They have a lot to show here in this second half, the New Jersey Nets.
However, the Nets able to cut into that 23-point lead. They're now down by 12. We'll be right back.
We have discovered a serious condition. We call it footballitis.
Look at this example of footballitis. This man has a crazy leg.
It happens to real people. Even while sleeping, the fever still rages. There is no cure, but we are working on an ointment.
The 200 horsepower Chrysler Sebring convertible. Exclusively from Chrysler, our 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge, because love is a commitment.
I have something to tell you.
You first.
No, you go.
I'm not ready to get married.
Okay.
So, what was your news?
I won the lottery.
$63 million.
Think about it this way, man. After taxes, that's only like $28, $30 million.
That's it. Yeah.
Life is best told over a great-tasting Miller Lite at a place called Miller Time.
Shannon? Hey, it's Steve. What's going on?
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Chrysler. Drive equals love. By Miller Lite. Life is best told at a place called Miller Time. By Adidas, Forever Sport. And by Minority Report, a Steven Spielberg film starring Tom Cruise. June 21st, only in theaters.
Lewis Johnson by the New Jersey bench. I just talked to Byron Scott a few moments ago and asked him what's happening with Kenyon Martin, who has no points, and Kerry Kittles, Keith Van Horn with 2 points only. And he said he doesn't believe that they're overwhelmed by the situation, but he says his real problem is a lack of rebounding. He said that's why Jason Kidd has not been able to push the ball up the court like we've seen him do all throughout the playoffs. So the New Jersey Nets focusing on rebounding and, of course, their signature defense. Let's get down to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you, Lewis. I spoke to a number of the players as they came out for the Lakers. They said that Phil Jackson told them that things came too easy. They need to work much harder here to regain the momentum here in the third quarter. He warned them, as he always does, of being lackadaisical coming out in the third quarter. It has been historically throughout the season their worst quarter. He says they're beating us on hustle plays. Don't let down at all. Don't be satisfied. Marv?
All right, thanks, Jim. Well, Robert Horry came out aggressive as he was able to pick up his second block shot. Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant in the backcourt. Fisher has regained the touch. Shaquille O'Neal is up front with Rick Fox and Robert Horry setting the nets. And Jason Kidd and Kerry Kittles at the guards. Kenyon Martin, Todd McCullough, Keith Van Horn up front. You can see the swing in this game. Horry with the steal.
Robert Horry is such a cerebral player, and Kenyon Martin has got to start thinking out there. Can't use back to the basket moves.
And the Lakers have taken a 52-36 lead.
The challenge for Kenyon Martin to elevate his game. Not be about jumping high, running fast, and physically punishing players, but by being in the right spot at the right time and executing.
Here's Kidd. McCullough.
Aha, Todd. Throw it down.
Good hands of Todd McCullough surprising a couple of Lakers getting to the ball, and the Laker lead is now 14. So McCullough has 8 points, 5 rebounds. Shot clock down to 6. Fisher to O'Neal. Saw Shaq had position, but not able to hit.
A little bit out of sync offensively that time. Nice push of the ball. Can Van Horn finish? Finally. The guy only had 2 points on 1 for 6 shooting before that fortuitous shot.
Well, Van Horn hitting the 3, and now the crowd becoming interested. As the Nets have moved within 11, they've trailed by as many as 23. O'Neal squeezing his way, and he is fouled. Recall the Nets blew a 26-point lead in the Eastern Conference Finals, down by as many as 21. In the fourth quarter, the Celtics able to come back. Nets went 52 and 30 during the regular season. Best record in the East, 52 wins, the most in the history of the franchise. In the playoffs, they beat Indiana 3-2 in a grueling first-round series, then knocked off Charlotte in 5 in the conference semifinals, and then beat the Celtics in 6 in the Eastern Conference Final Series.
Even that doesn't go right for New Jersey as they finally get Shaq to miss a free throw.
Lane violation.
But everything about New Jersey this year, Marv, has been the best in franchise history.
Tom McCullough called on the violation, and the Nets have made the playoffs for the first time since back in the 97-98 season. In fact, the Nets are the first team since the playoffs expanded to 16 teams in 83-84 to reach the finals one season after failing to make the playoffs. Keith Van Horn with his second straight 3. And the Laker lead is now 10.
Starting to take matters into his own hand, Van Horn. Now you got to get the same from Kerry Kittles.
With the snap and the facial.
Oh my gosh. Throw it down, Kobe. Throw it down.
Lakers 56, the Nets 44. We played 3 minutes in the third. Van Horn trying to shake off Fox, threw it away.
Kobe Bryant in the open floor, looking at Todd McCullough. McCullough is slow to move to the ball. He's slow to get off the floor. And when that is the case, you are going to get posterized time and time again. You got to come out and attack the guy who's coming at you.
Bryant stopped by Kittle. Nice play by Kerry Kittles and last touched by Kobe Bryant.
That last turnover by Keith Van Horn, he has to drive the ball not at his man, but at Jason Kidd's man. That is what's going to create the double team. That's what's going to create the opening for someone.
And Horn with the hot hand, so they set him up again. McCullough keeps it alive. Another terrific defensive play by Robert Horry. He's had only 2 steals and a blocked shot in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. And the ball back to New Jersey.
Robert Horry is one of those guys who will beat you anyway. He'll beat you with his offense, with his defense, with his rebounding, with his block shots, with his passing. What a team player. What a find to get this guy and team him up with Shaquille O'Neal.
It's having difficulty finding a shot. And they get bailed out on the foul. Foul called on Fox. That's his first.
The problem is, though, that the Nets are trying to post up Todd McCullough. He's not a guy who you can run an offense through. That's got to be either Van Horn, Kittles, Martin, or Jason Kidd. McCullough is a finisher, not a creator.
Jason Kidd is hitting the jumper. He now has 13, and the Laker lead is 10. Fisher played on a switch by Martin. Nice play by Kidd. The Nets much more aggressive coming out here in the second half. Foul is called on Fox.
Remember when Charles Barkley was talking about the deer in the headlights syndrome? That Byron Scott denied to Lewis Johnson, but this is a different team we're seeing here in the second half. Jason Kidd, Van Horn, and come out and said, you know what? We stunk it up in the first half. This is the real New Jersey Net team.
Well, the Nets came out so passive in that first half. Too easy for the Lakers. Todd McCullough, 5 for 7 from the field, 10 points, and that lead, once 23, is down to 8, and Phil Jackson calls for time.
And if Kenyon Martin will continue to face the basket and create opportunities for his teammates, the penetration, the defense is frozen, and then McCullough can finish in this situation. When Martin gets his back to the basket, that he really gets in trouble against Robert Horry, who towers over him.
The Nets, the Lakers. Game 2, Friday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
I'm placing you under arrest for the future murder of Sarah Marks.
The future can be seen.
What's coming? Double homicide.
It predicted that Detective John Anderton would commit murder.
Who's the victim? I've never heard of him, but I'm supposed to kill him in less than 36 hours.
No, it's not the future.
I'm not gonna kill the man. I don't even know him.
If he can change it.
Who set this up? I don't know. How about now?
Tom Cruise in a Steven Spielberg film.
Don't run. You don't have to chase me.
Minority Report. Rated PG-13. June 21st. Only in theaters.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore and love.
Exclusively from Chrysler, our 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge, because love is a commitment.
Gotta be me. Whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, whether I find a place in this world or never belong. I've got to be me. I've got to be me. What else can I be but what I am? I've got to be me.
There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Except that everywhere dogs are.
New Bacardi Silver Premium Malt Beverage. 5% alcohol by volume. Your night just got more interesting.
NBC This Fall, the network that brings you the funniest shows on TV, presents 3 new comedies. Dennis Farina and Gene Smart are the in-laws.
Private convo time.
Plus Hidden Hills, just like your life, only funnier. And from the Emmy-winning producers of Will and Grace, Good Morning Miami.
I'm the boss.
The new comedies this on NBC.
High above, the Goodyear Blimp Eagle has been providing these aerial pictures. 2002 marks the 104th anniversary of Goodyear and the 77th for their blimp fleet. We've been talking about the success of the Nets this season, pulling off one of the incredible turnarounds in the history of professional sports. 26 wins a year ago. They go 52-30, best record in the Eastern Conference. They win the Atlantic Division, first time in the history of the team, and it's their first ever NBA Finals appearance.
It all starts and ends with Jason Kidd, and the beauty of his game is that he finds a way to win, like Magic Johnson, his idol. Todd McCullough, Keith Van Horn have come alive here with McCullough setting hypo screens. Shaq's not going to come out. McCullough's got 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 on the offensive end. Shaq with only 18 points. That has been, by this comparison, pretty much of a wash in the middle.
Was it too loose and easy for the Lakers at the start?
Absolutely, and they've lost their focus, their concentration, and determination. But Robert Horry continues to be outstanding. He's got points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. What can't this guy do to help his team win ball games?
Robert Horry, maybe the major reason is Kidd is able to hit again. Now, the big reason that the Lakers are in the NBA Finals, that game-winning 3 in Game 4 against Sacramento turned the series around.
Well, they would have gone down 3-1, going back with 2 more games in Sacramento.
Bryant draws the foul. It's in the act. Kobe taking a shot over the right eye, so he'll shoot 2, fouled by Kerry Kittles. Let's check in with Jim Gray. Jim?
All right, Marv, during that last timeout, Phil Jackson said to his team that the Nets have now found their offensive rhythm. We must slow down the pace. By playing fast, we are playing right into their hands and enabling them to get back into the game. After it was all over, he turned to Jimmy Clemens. He said, what is it with us in this quarter? Why do we always come out of the locker room after halftime and lay an egg? Jimmy didn't have an answer. Marv?
It is strange. Can you recall a situation like that from your playing days where a particular quarter just come out and don't have it? That has happened to the Lakers time and time again, in particular in the playoffs.
They're so good when they want to be. They lose so much at halftime. When they go in there and figure it's over, they can just force the other team to quit.
Martin not able to hit. Horry on the rebound as we come up on 6 minutes remaining. Third quarter. Lakers up by 10. And a 3-second violation called on O'Neal for the second time tonight.
Shaq has been a no-show here in the third quarter. And the best player is responsible for setting the tone. Well, we talked about what he did in the opening few minutes of the game. If they want to pound it down and finish him off tonight, Shaq's got to be the guy. He is the difference.
Kittles. The tip by Martin. It counts, and the foul.
The best play of the game so far for Kenyon Martin. Maybe this will be a springboard for him to come alive, because this guy does have talent. But matched up against Robert Horry, so very difficult. That time with a great position, Horry grabbing him, holding him, and the concentration and focused determination of Kenyon Martin coming through.
Kenyon had a very difficult first half, but he has had it at the defensive end during the postseason. Did an excellent job defensively. You recall on Jermaine O'Neal of the Pacers in the first round. So the Nets are now within 7 after trailing by as many as 23. Fox. O'Neal. McCullough got a piece of it. And Shaq has missed his last 5 shots.
Beautiful ball movement, New Jersey.
Kittles for 3. The Nets are within 4.
Wow. Shaq is playing with his arms down.
A fifth shot by Kobe. And last touch by New Jersey.
It's a night and day performance for Shaquille O'Neal. That was a lob pass by Kobe. He was looking for one of those Game 7 throwdowns, and they come right back to it.
O'Neal with his first field goal of the third quarter. The Lakers lead 62-56. This crowd is back into it for the first time since the player introduction.
The sense of uncertainty. So strange here, where the fans just figure they're going to win everything.
And Horn for 3. Well, there were many anxious moments here at home during the series against the Kings, who extended the Lakers to 7. Here's Bryant, 1 for his last 8, but draws the foul. So Kobe will go to the line. The Nets with their third team foul. It's on Van Horn. That is 3 on Keith Van Horn.
The beauty of the continuity of the triangle offense by Tex Winter. We're so sad that Tex Winter did not make it to the Hall of Fame today, but the ability of this guy to get the players to realize that you got to keep moving, and when you don't have it, that's when you're most dangerous and most effective. What a genius Tex Winter is, and how unfortunate and sad ultimately.
Well, I think it'll happen.
When?
For Tex? I know that he was disappointed that he did not get the phone call. But Lakers now lead 64-56 with 4:25 remaining in the third. Martin. Rebound McCullough. has done a very strong job in this third quarter.
And he's realizing he's finding a way to make contributions. He's never going to be able to go head-to-head, but with Martin playing better and attacking the rim, you see Shaq having to get in the air to deny that. And as you come down that lane, you see the big guy come and just put it up over the top. And then Todd McCullough has to come and make it happen. He has 6 offensive rebounds tonight alone.
Foul called on Fox, his third. McCullough, a 67% free throw shooter. Todd in his third NBA season out of the University of Washington. Signed as a free agent after the 2 years with the Philadelphia 76ers. Lakers up by 8 points. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
I like the trap in the backcourt. This forces it. Oh, they're going to call that off Jason Kidd. Ronnie Garrettson right on top of it. But the trap in the backcourt takes the ball out of Kobe's hands. Fisher has not been attacking with his normal proficiency here.
Horry with the rainbow three.
Now opportunities on the run because of improved rebounding by Martin and Van Horn.
And as Martin makes his move, he's blocked by Horry. So that's the second call on Horry, and the Lakers now over the foul limit.
Kenyon Martin against Robert Horry should not play back to the basket in the low post. Horry is too tricky. Horry is, it looks to me like 2 inches taller than Kenyon Martin. In that situation, turn and face. Get Horry to back up. He's got those very long arms and is so deceptive and anticipates so well. Virtually impossible to play against a bigger guy with your back to the basket, Kenyon Martin.
Hard listed at 6'9", and Horry at 6'10". A reminder, Sunday at 1 Eastern, right here on NBC, we'll bring you a preview of golf's greatest championship, the 102nd U.S. Open. And then beginning a week from tomorrow, Thursday, June 13th, it's 4 days of U.S. Open coverage as Tiger Woods headlines a star-studded field just outside New York City at Bethpage Black, the first truly public course to host the U.S. Open. Bryant, yes. Smooth shot by Kobe for the first time in a while.
But the opportunities have not been there. The number of chances to attack. New Jersey done a very good job of adjustments at halftime. Plus, they got players who are really playing now.
Here's Kidd, able to whip by. Kidd on the follow. Kidd again. Rebounded by Horry. Fox is trying to alley-oop with O'Neal, but it went in, and Shaq is called for offensive interference.
Would this have gone in if Shaq hadn't have touched it? I don't think so. It probably would have hit the backside of the rim. Remember, this is what Wilt used to do all the time, and then they changed the rules. Once Wilt changed the way basketball was played.
So the offensive interference eradicates that field goal. Keith Van Horn sitting down. Richard Jefferson, the rookie from Arizona, has checked back in. Martin stopped by O'Neal. Good play by Shaq. Just under 3 remaining in the third quarter. And the Lakers lead the net 66-57.
After 7 years of trying, he's really here.
Good gifts of love.
I know.
Good gifts to hand me down.
Honey, who's that?
It's Mark, our financial advisor.
You've planned the next 18 years?
Yeah.
From college to retirement planning, our financial advisors help clients realize their dreams.
These gifts to me.
Even though Jeep Liberty received the government's highest crash test rating for side and driver front impact, it's still nice to keep a little extra space between you and the next vehicle.
You know any good prayers? From Jerry Bruckheimer, the producer of The Rock, Pearl Harbor, and Black Hawk Down.
Get out of the way!
In 30 years with the CIA, Agent Oaks thought he'd seen it all until he met his new partner.
Can't wait to get started.
Get ready for the perfect summer movie. Anthony Hopkins, Chris Rock.
Don't shoot the bomb!
Don't shoot me either!
This is gonna be a disaster.
Bad Company, directed by Joel Schumacher. Rated PG-13. Starts this Friday.
Mr. Powers, look. There's Britney Spears drinking a Pepsi.
Oops, I did it again.
That's not a Pepsi. It's a Pepsi Twist, man. And that's not Britney Spears. It's a man, baby.
Austin, it's me!
I want this wig! Come on! Fair enough.
Pepsi Twist and Diet Pepsi Twist. A twist on a great thing, baby.
NBC Mondays. Strength, intelligence, strategy. 3 games in 1. A new show that combines brains, brawn, and backstabbing.
It's time to choose the loser.
From the producers of Fear Factor, the next generation in reality TV. Dog Eat Dog. NBC 1 week from Monday.
Back at Staples in Los Angeles, Marv Albert with Bill Walton. The Nets turning things in this third quarter. The Lakers with a 66-57 lead. Lakers have led by as many as 23, but sparked by Jason Kidd. Different story here.
Leadership, finding a way, figuring it all out. Jason Kidd comes out after an average first half, realizes he's got to pick it up. The passing, the shooting, the offensive rebound, something he's noted for, changing the tempo. Deciding, look, this is what we got, poking the ball away, getting his team into transition. That's what MVP candidates do. Now can he turn the entire tide? He's got him back in this thing. 0 turnovers is critical. But now they got to make that final hurdle and put that seed of doubt in the minds of the Lakers and their fans.
Well, the Nets able to get as close as 4 points just moments ago. Shot clock to 3. And last touch by the Lakers.
A lot of Nets are playing better in this half. McCullough's playing strong. Kidd, Martin, Van Horn. Where's Richard Jefferson? Where's Kerry Kittle? These guys have got to come alive. You have to have everybody playing well if you're going to win as the visitor in this building.
It's a Nets team that came out looking very tight, rattled in the first half, but they've been able to calm down. Kenyon Martin rebounded by Shaquille O'Neal.
That is a rebound. And that's why you have to attack Shaq with the ball.
Kobe Bryant has missed 8 of his last 10. Shaquille O'Neal has missed 5 of his last 6. Shaq with a nice fake and draws the foul. So McCullough collects his 3rd.
Beautiful. Everything right for Shaq. Flash from the weak side. Get the great position. Little ball fake. What is your theory? How you're going to score? Determine your own fate. Fake one way, come back the other, and get in the air. There is nothing anybody, including Todd McCullough, can do about that.
Shaq 2 for 3 from the line. Did get a break, receiving a do-over earlier on a game violation. Eric Williams and Lucius Harris now checking back in, replacing Kerry Kittles. Todd McCullough. McCullough with 10 points and 8 rebounds.
Well, the bench, which is, I think, an edge for New Jersey in this series, they didn't give him much in the first half. Total of only 5 points off that bench.
What is going on with Shaq at the foul line?
We have reached the point where we're saying, remember when Shaq used to miss free throws? He'll be shooting the technicals next.
Yeah. Martin. Oh, strong move to the rim by Kenyon Martin. Lakers 68, Nets 59.
You talk about finding your game at halftime. Whatever Byron Scott did in that locker room in terms of making these guys believe they could get it done, that has worked beautifully.
Fox not able to handle that handoff. Jefferson taking the one-hop pass from Kidd. And a foul is called. Joe Crawford, the outside official, pointing at Derek Fisher. Lakers have it over the foul limit. And Lucius Harris will go to the line.
Transition defense, always a critical element in playing against a fast-breaking team. Kobe does the right thing, forcing Jefferson to double clutch. Not much contact right there, but they're going to send Richard Jefferson to the line, where New Jersey really struggled. Oh, Lucius Harris at the line. Not on the shot, on the away from the ball.
Nets are now 6 of 14 at the line. Lucius Harris, one of many members of the Nets to grow up in either the Los Angeles area, state of California. He attended Long Beach State.
It's really a West Coast team. The coach, Byron Scott, from LA, Arizona State, a Pac-10 team. So many guys from out here in that conference.
Samaki Walker not able to handle the pass. Samaki back on the floor, replacing Shaquille O'Neal. There you see the California / Pac-10 Nets.
But you got Jason Collins, Lucius Harris from Los Angeles, Richard Jefferson, born in LA, went to University of Arizona, where his coach went to the Hall of Fame today.
It counts, and the foul. A gorgeous shot by Jason Kidd. And he is headed to the line. The foul on Samaki Walker.
The crowd is stunned. It was so easy in the first half, and now it has been all New Jersey. That turnaround, truly remarkable, and Jason Kidd leading the charge. What a three-point play.
Ryan Shaw, who grew up in the Bay Area, remembers watching Jason Kidd back in the 4th grade. Kidd able to get to that loose ball, and then he is stripped. Remembers watching him playing CYO basketball. Bryant said seeing Jason play, it was the first time he'd seen a guy that is faster with the ball than he is. And he said when he's just running straight ahead without it.
Magic Johnson was that way. Bob Cousy was that way. I saw Jason Kidd play when he was in 8th grade, and he already had that.
Aaron Williams on the foul, and Kobe Bryant to the line. Let's go to Jim Gray.
Marv, just to add what you guys are talking about, yesterday was pretty interesting when Shaquille O'Neal told us, if you think that Michael Bibby was fast, Jason Kidd is 5 times faster. We had trouble with Bibby. I don't know how we're going to stop this guy. Marv?
Well, Jason Kidd has picked up his play here in the 3rd quarter. Now has 17 points, 6 assists. The Lakers lead at 70-63, just under a minute remaining in the 3rd. Once again, Kenyon Martin given the room. Aaron Williams. Shot clock to 6. Williams rebounded by Martin. And off the box out by Ori. Foul on Martin, who's upset.
It's a tactical error by New Jersey here. Their centers, Aaron Williams that time, Todd McCullough, Jason Collins, they're not creators. They're not like Vlade Divac and Chris Webber. You don't want to run your offense through those guys. Spread the floor. Let other guys create, and let the big guys finish the play and get on the offensive glass or make those short shots created by others.
Nets in the penalty, so Ori to the line for the first time. During the regular season, the Lakers and the Nets split their 2 games. Lakers won here at Staples in early March. Shaq had 40 points. Kobe sitting out with that 2-game suspension. Kenyon Martin also out because of a suspension. And then in early April in New Jersey, the Nets won 94-92. An excellent game for Kenyon Martin at 18 points. Shaq was injured, did not play because of a sprained wrist. Actually, the Nets during the season did very well against the West. They went 17-11 against the Western Conference.
They're not only from the West, they play like Western teams. That's why they were so successful in the Eastern Conference. They played a running, wide-open game, so prevalent out here.
Martin lost it off his foot. We are down to 20 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter.
New Jersey needs to stop desperately to keep this crowd quiet during the quarter break.
Down to 5 seconds. Bryant taking it to the rim is fouled. With 5 4/10 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Harris on the foul.
You can talk about theoretically stopping this guy. How you're going to slow down Shaq. And in the end, these guys are just too good. but if you don't move your feet, you have no chance whatsoever. All this reaching, grabbing, leaning, trying to stop guys with your arms and your hands, that'll never get it done.
Kobe now 10 for 10 from the line. This is Devin George checking back in. Hockey Walker sits down. Kobe Bryant has bounced back from the food poisoning episode in Sacramento, finishing very strong in games 6 and 7 against the Kings. So that is his first miss after hitting his first 10. Little adventure here by the Nets. That was close to a backcourt violation. Martin not able to get it off in time.
But nice poke away by Ori, and Kobe taking the ball out of Kidd's hands, denying him any opportunity.
So the Lakers by 9 after 3. We'll be back after these words from your local station. You're watching the NBA Finals on NBC.
Hi, Rob.
Oh, hey, Miss Larson.
Nice caravan.
Thanks.
I used to have a van.
I can't believe my dad let you drive the Viper.
Yeah, what got into him?
Dad's Caravan, offering a power sliding door, a power rear hatch, and the kind of room you'll really dig. Grab Dodge's 7-100 powertrain pledge. Ford, GM, Toyota, and Honda don't match it.
The NBA and WNBA continue to write new chapters to the Read to Achieve story.
Okay, let's read.
With each turn of the page, players and coaches are encouraging families to open a book with their children.
You like this book? All right.
And by donating computers and books to create reading and learning centers, the NBA is helping kids develop a lifelong love of reading.
Read to Achieve!
Be a part of the success and Read to Achieve.
Jay's All New with Adam Sandler, NBC tonight.
I'm giving Peter here the green light tonight because Peter's drinking Molson. Yeah, he keeps forgetting my name and he's been talking to my chest all night. But the fact that Peter drinks Molson, a cold, crisp import from Canada, tells me that he's experienced and worldly. Just the kind of guy who could really rock my world. Yeah, afterwards he'll probably never call again. But tonight, I've got a surprise for Peter because Peter is drinking Molson.
Molson Canadian. Let your Molson do the talking.
Honey, the Drakes can't go. Honey, now the Moors want to go. Honey, the Moors can't find a sitter. It's the Stewarts.
The best-selling 2002 Ford Explorer with an available third-row seat, more room for passengers or cargo. It's your call. And Explorer is the only SUV among its major competitors with an independent rear suspension.
Honey!
Ford Explorer, no boundaries.
Baltimore's news leader, WBAL TV 11 News.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. And any retransmission, reproduction, rebroadcast, or other dissemination or use of this telecast, or of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
Well, as always, our NBC cameras checking out the crowd. You never know who you're going to...
There's a lot of people here tonight.
All right, Mr. T is here. Don Johnson. Dustin Hoffman, Brad Pitt, Jada Pinkett Smith, Jeffrey Osborne, who's been a regular at Staples, Selma Hayek, that's Pete Sampras, Andy Garcia, one-time Laker girl, Paula Abdul, and, of course, Jack Nicholson. All right, let's check in with Lewis Johnson. Lewis?
All right, Marv, thanks a lot. Well, Byron Scott in that last timeout giving some instructions here for the last quarter. And an interesting thing he said, one thing we can do here with a quarter to go is we can treat Kobe like we did Paul Pierce in the last series. He said, instead of all these reach-in fouls, step out in front of him and take the charge. That was the instructions there, Marv.
Thanks, Lewis. On to the fourth quarter. Kobe Bryant will get a rest. Lakers with a 72-63 lead. Shaquille O'Neal is on the floor. Kobe sitting down with 20 points. Lakers led by as many as 23 in the first half. The Nets trimming that lead, able to move within 4 in the third quarter.
The Nets won the second quarter. The Nets won the third quarter. They have turned the offensive rebound story from a huge deficit to a +3 advantage on the whole game. And now with this full court pressure, taking time off the clock and opening up the game so they can get into their wide open court style of play, which they prefer and they need to execute if they're going to have a chance to win.
Shaquille O'Neal off the fake. Not able to connect on the tip.
Finally, a rebound for New Jersey.
Jefferson being played by Fisher. Kidd being guarded here by George. Harris to the crossover. Harris trying to go glass. And O'Neal on the rebound.
All that penetration, that should be right at Shaq, but not to shoot, to lay it off to somebody. Shaq's got a real mismatch here. Horrendous post-entry pass.
An attempted lob by Fisher. Jefferson able to finish. So the Laker lead is down to 7.
Jefferson has not played a special game tonight, but he hasn't tried to do too much. Played a very disciplined, under control game, waiting for it to come his way.
Foul on Jefferson. That is his third. Jefferson has played 18 minutes. Not able to get into the flow. He's attempted only 2 shots and hit both. And George is fouled. Will the basket count? Yes, it does. Late indication, but the basket is good. And Devin George will go to the line. He was fouled by Lucius Harris.
A nightmare series against Sacramento. Devin George quickly taking advantage of the shorter and less physically gifted Lucius Harris. If this guy can get on track, that'll be a great sign for Phil Jackson, who's desperately searching for someone on the bench to give the Lakers a much-needed lift.
Three-point play for George. Lakers up by 10. Just getting started in the fourth quarter. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Jefferson. Aaron Williams on the rebound.
The way New Jersey got into that play, that was a thing of beauty. Dribble handoff, weaves out in front. They're coming right back to it. Stay with what's working for you, but make a shot from the perimeter.
Does just that. Keith Van Horn got off to the slow start. He now has 10 points.
And that's Jason Kidd driving the ball right at Shaq. When the defense has to collapse, you know Shaq is going to come to guard the ball. Everybody else will be wide open.
Here's the double on O'Neal. And he is fouled. Shaquille O'Neal facing the double coverage. Aaron Williams called for the foul, the second.
Off the offensive rebound, Jason Kidd looks at Shaq and says, yeah, come guard me. I'm ready because I'm going to lay it off. And then Shaq working so hard, so diligently to get the great position. Shaq wants the jump hook. That's his training. That's his mindset. You got to be up a little higher. Now, granted, he is terrific at drop step and throwing it down on the dunk. But if you can get him to turn back and shoot the jumper, you're much better off.
Rick Fox back, replacing Robert Horry. The last free throw was the first from Shaq that was way off. And Rick Fox was able to get inside. He's upset with himself. He was fouled, but he wanted to convert and have the possibility of a three-point play. Foul called on Van Horn. That's his fourth.
Upset with himself, Byron Scott should be tearing his hair out. Shaq finally misses a free throw, and you allow Rick Fox to get an offensive rebound, and Van Horn picks up his fourth foul. Now that's a mental breakdown. That can cost you a game and ultimately the championship.
That was team foul number 4 on the Nets. The Lakers do not have any. Here's Kobe Bryant making his return, replacing Derek Fisher. Rick Fox, following several quiet games in the series against Sacramento, came on strong in games 5, 6, and 7.
The pace of this game, I don't see Shaq coming out the rest of the way. No need for a rest here. All the timeouts. He's not having to work defensively because they're not attacking him enough. And there's no fouls on Shaq either.
Williams. Aaron Williams with his second field goal, and the Lakers now lead 76-69. Aaron Williams has had a very solid year. His 8th season out of Xavier, second year with New Jersey.
I think Aaron Williams is one of the 2 best backup centers in the entire league. Scott Pollard from Sacramento being the other one.
Shaw able to get to the loose ball. Shaw is wide open for 3.
Oh, now that's a rebound. Throw it down.
And the foul is called as once again Shaquille O'Neal is surrounded and he heads back to the line. The Nets with their 5th team foul. Aaron Williams called for his 3rd. Let's go to Jim Gray. Jim.
Marvin talking to Shaq, you know, he was exhausted after that game in Sacramento in that series, but he was glad that there was little time in between games. He felt that he was able to recover just in the couple of days in between, and he really didn't want a long time off. You know, they've swept so many series and done so well the past 3 years that you would kind of think that he has become conditioned to wanting some time off, but he felt he got into a rhythm in the last couple of games and he didn't want to stop. He says, all of my injuries really won't heal until I get a long time off. It's better to get back out on the court since I've gotten used to it all and just keep playing.
All right, thanks, Jim. Shaquille looking forward to the games that'll be played in New Jersey. He was born in Newark, spent his childhood in Newark, New Jersey. He has a lot of friends back in that area that went to high school in San Antonio.
Nothing like going home. Lakers, Byron Scott, seeing that right now. But if somebody doesn't block Rick Fox off the offensive board on missed free throws, Byron Scott's not going to have any hair.
Beautiful lead pass. The Lakers up by 10. Byron Scott calling for time. 8:55 remaining in the fourth.
New Jersey gets so close, and then these dagger-type plays, these emotional plays that change everything. They say no matter what you guys do, you can't stop this. As Kobe high above the fray, throwing it down once again.
Sean Bryant.
That's that sexy man I met the other night.
You want me to get it?
No, let the machine pick it up. I don't want him to know I'm home on a Friday night.
Hey, yo, Donna, it's Sean. Remember me? I'm at this crazy club right now. There's a lot of cute hotties, but I'm just thinking of you, girl.
Uh-huh. I know.
I'll call you tomorrow.
What if I give you a call when I'm feeling lonely?
What are hamburger lovers saying about the new BK Back Porch Grillers?
Whoa, doggone thing tastes like it's homemade.
Double hamburger.
Tastes like it's straight off the grill. You know, flame broiled a la parrilla. That's a good burger. I think I found a new burger.
It's like nothing I've ever had before. It tastes just like I made it. And I'm a pretty good cook. It's awesome.
You gotta try this. One bite?
Burger King introduces 2 delicious new Back Porch Grillers, the BK Smokehouse Cheddar and the BK Home Style. Burgers your way.
You got it.
Triple X. It must be great to go on a mission. How long have you been a secret agent?
2 days. On August 9th. The fate of the world.
22 minutes to evacuate 1 million people.
Comes down to one man.
Ray gives us a miracle. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
So here's X.
I live for this!
Rated PG-13. In theaters everywhere, August 9th.
The NBA on first, only in Field by Lexus and their passionate pursuit of perfection. By Budweiser, delivering beer at its best with a crisp, clean, and refreshing taste known only to the king of beers. By the flame-broiled Whopper from Burger King, America's favorite burger. At BK, you got it. By Visa, it's everywhere you want to be. And by Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
When the Lakers are up against it, they always come to Bryant Shaw. The basis of any offense is your ability to back cut, and you put that ball right on the mark. Bryant Shaw delivering it off the wrong foot, but the teamwork, the unison of thought, that has what separated the Lakers from the rest of the crowd in this entire league.
And Bill, Bryant Shaw so significant in setting the tone back in Game 6 against Sacramento. Jason Kidd once again. 19 points for Kidd, and Shaw very skilled at getting the ball to Shaquille O'Neal. That goes back to their days as teammates for the Orlando Magic.
And it was in Game 5 against Sacramento when Phil Jackson stayed away from Bryant Shaw that they lost that critical game, and Shaq just overpowering the relentless attack at the hoop. But Jason Kidd, Mark, you mentioned the 19 points. He's also got 8 assists and 5 boards. Only 1 turnover for Jason. They're giving him the outside shot. He has got to pull the trigger. Shaq rolling into that lane. Aaron Williams still playing so low down there. At least make him come back the other way. We talked about the familiarity and how these teams rarely play against each other, and Shaq and Kobe and Kenyon Martin missed the games. They got to find out on the fly, and they're a little slow to pick it up.
Shaq is now 6 for 10 at the line. Aaron Williams, who just picked up his 4th foul, sits down, and the rookie from Stanford, Jason Collins, has come on for the first time. Lakers 81 and the Nets 71. 8.5 remaining in this 4th quarter. Kidd using the pick. O'Neal able to grab that rebound and had nowhere to go, so Jefferson on the intercept. Jefferson stopped by Shaw and then draws the foul.
What Jefferson did that time, he didn't have a play and they were backed off him. He's not looking to take his outside shot, and that's okay. But in that situation, drive the ball to the elbow and then turn it back with the reverse pivot. You'll either have to move it for yourself or, better off, lay it down to someone who's flashing to the ball.
Foul on George. Only the first team foul committed by the Lakers. Here's Jefferson. O'Neal getting possession on Collins. 10-point Laker lead. They led by as many as 23 in the first half. The Nets able to get back into it. Although at one point it looked like it would be a rout. O'Neal not able to hit. And back comes Harris. Lakers get back though.
Hard to see how that's not an offensive foul. Elbow of Shaq right into Collins' head, who seemed to play him very well, much better than Aaron Williams played. Welcome to the NBA Finals. Bam. If you're standing there as a defensive player and the offensive guy runs you over, that has got to be a foul.
Foul on Shaw. Now Ori is back. Coming on for George. 7.5 remaining in the 4th quarter. 10-point Laker lead. There's Collins rejected and fouled by O'Neal. That is only his first foul.
That's what's great. Remember when Charles Barkley and Magic would play, and they'd be involved in every single play, as Shaq is. And then finally, in the 4th quarter, with 7:25 to go, oh, that's your first foul.
Collins, a 70% free throw shooter. Jason, the first-round draft pick of the Houston Rockets, was acquired in that deal for Eddie Griffin.
Very good trade for New Jersey. Now, Griffin is a good player. Made the second-team all-rookie team this year for Houston. But to get Collins, Richard Jefferson, and Brian Scalabrine, who sits the bench out of USC, this guy, I mean, that was a shrewd move by Executive of the Year, Rod Thorne, in putting this squad together. You get 3 for 1 who all can contribute and all think and play with Jason Kidd. Really.
So Rod, the one-time czar of discipline in the NBA. That is now Stu Jackson's job. 81-72 Lakers. Coming up on 7 minutes remaining in the 4th. Bryant thought he was fouled. Lost it to Kidd. Here's Harris with Fox. Fox went for the ball, but he's called for the foul.
Lucius Harris does not have blinding speed. The acceleration and the explosiveness comes from Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd, an outstanding defender. Strips the ball down low. You got to leave with your elbow in that situation. Rick Fox, just back off. Just back off and just stand up over the top. You got size, strength, and athleticism over Lucius Harris, who's not a strong finisher. Jason Kidd's third steal, leading to that opportunity with the free throw. Like Sacramento, you got to play flawless in the things that are easy, like making free throws. Sacramento's 16 for 30 in that final game. Ouch.
That's now 9 for 20 from the line. 8-point Laker lead. Shaw being pressed by Harris. Sean Bryant in the backcourt now with Ori, O'Neal, and Fox up front. Here's Fox, stopped by Van Horn. Good defensive sequence here by the Nets. Ori somehow able to get that shot off, and back come the Nets. Harris for three.
Make a shot.
Kept alive by the Nets.
Jason Kidd is everywhere. He was the defender on that play, and now he's running the show on this end.
Kenyon Martin trying to take advantage of the mismatch, and he does. The foul on Shaw. So the Lakers are in the penalty, and Shaw and Martin have some words, and a double technical being called. It's on Martin and Shaw. Martin is saying, why me?
Not quite sure what either player did wrong. This is preventative medicine here, though, by Joe Crawford. Doesn't want any escalation. Ryder Scott is saying, what's going on here? My player gets fouled and he gets called for a technical? I don't understand this.
So Kenyon Martin will go to the line, the result of the foul that was called on Shaw. And now both teams are in the penalty.
And the way they're calling those double technicals, almost an automatic call by the referees. As a reserve player for one team, you just want to come in and mix it up with the other guy and get an automatic technical early on. And if he gets another one and loses his composure, then he's out of here.
So now you're talking National Hockey League mentality.
I know nothing about hockey.
It's down to a 6-point Laker lead as we approach 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. O'Neal is fouled by Collins. Collins getting underneath O'Neal, so Shaq will head back to the line.
Todd McCullough sitting out. Even though he's the starter, he doesn't play that many, just 19 minutes a game in the playoffs. Nice position that time. Unlike Todd McCullough, Collins is trying to play defense before Shaq gets the ball. He has him behind the baseline. That's why you back off just a little bit.
Shaq 7 of 11 from the line. Shaq 3 of 7 at the foul line in this fourth quarter. This after the good start and way off on that second attempt.
What did he tell us yesterday about the Statue of Liberty?
Oh, Jason Kidd had the foot on the line. It's a 2-pointer. Nets were looking for a 3. The Nets are within 4. They got within 4 in the third quarter. Now a sense of urgency has set in for the Lakers. O'Neal to the drop step. And the Lakers get the new 24.
Where is the weak side rebounding?
Here's the lob. Look out. Oh, Collins took a hit from behind from O'Neal, but that was after the foul was committed by Jason Collins.
And that's what makes Shaq so difficult to defend here. He's coming to the ball, but Jason Kidd in transition, foot clearly on the line there. Joe Crawford on top of the play. And then when Shaq flashes to the ball and then reverse spins, there is nothing you can do other than get underneath them and the foul call.
Insomnia is the most acclaimed movie of the year. The New York Times, Los Angeles Times, Time, People, Rolling Stone, Ebert and Roper, USA Today raves Insomnia is a perfect thriller. Insomnia, rated R, now playing.
Free Up, the better way to prepay from Verizon Wireless, has everything you're looking for in your Free Up life. It's your call, so make it with Free Up. It's the freedom to communicate paid up front. Verizon Wireless. Join in.
Race-inspired cockpit. Chronograph-style instrumentation. Introducing the Lexus IS 300 5-speed. Totally unexpected. Especially starting at under $30,000. For an incredible value, just show up at your Lexus dealer.
Let's get you up to speed.
War Emblem has won the Derby. He wins the Preakness.
Now War Emblem goes for the greatest prize in racing, the Visa Triple Crown. Only 11 horses have pulled it off, none in almost a quarter century. Now one race for history, the Belmont Stakes, Saturday at 5, 4 Central on NBC.
Once again, the Nets showing their resolve. Down by as many as 23. They have turned it around, and they are within 4 points.
We've talked so many times about how great this Laker team is, but New Jersey, like Sacramento, has had a ton of opportunities to get it done, and they have just continued to throw up bricks, missing time and time again, not being able to get the rebounds to give them more opportunities, more control. And if they could make a couple of free throws, they'd be winning this game. They missed 11 free throws in a game they trail by 4. Ouch.
Well, the Lakers feared a letdown, but the letdown did not occur until late second quarter. The last 25 minutes of this game, the Nets have outscored the Lakers by 19.
Remember the number that Byron Scott gave us yesterday, 55 for Shaq and Kobe? Another brick by Shaq there. Said 55, and he'd live with that, Byron Scott. Shaq and Kobe have 47. You mentioned earlier that they might get that 55 in the first half. They have really slowed down.
Lakers 82, Nets 77. But the Nets have done a great job coming back into this ball game after some rough edges in the first half. Jason Kidd, a nice play by Collins, able to tip it to Van Horn. And the Laker lead is down to 3:5:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Lakers have made this into an adventure. This is the closest this game has been since in the early moments. The Lakers had a 6-4 lead. O'Neal putting it over Collins. And last touched by the Nets.
Jason Collins playing some ball out there. Byron Scott didn't use him in the first 3 quarters. And now he's out here, he's tipping balls to teammates on the offensive end. He's standing in front of Shaq. He's willing to fight. Are there any other Nets who are willing to do the same?
Shaquille O'Neal getting the roll. Shaq has 28, Lakers 84, the Nets 79.
If the Nets are going to pull this off, they need one guy playing great on offense, and they need one guy who can really take over on defense, particularly rebounding.
Remember last year here in LA, in game 1 of the finals, Philadelphia came away with the victory. And Jack Neese says, stay right here, foul called. It is on the Lakers. Both teams in the penalty. Fox has picked up number 5.
The double clutch by Kenyon Martin takes him out of the play. Phil Jackson, you see the concern, the uncertainty, the seeds of doubt. Lakers do a good job here. Shaq just flying by as well as Ori, forcing him to double clutch. Martin, he's got to put his body on the line out there. Just get in the air, put some fouls on these guys.
Kenyon Martin, a 68% free throw shooter during the regular season, now 5 for 8 on the evening. So the Lakers now lead by 4. It is back to a 3-point Los Angeles lead. Just under 5 remaining in the fourth. Kidd again putting the pressure on, but Kobe able to protect that dribble. Here's Bryant. Fox trying to set a pick, and a foul is called on Van Horn.
Byron Scott can't believe that. 5 fouls now on Van Horn. Van Horn appeared to just be standing there already positioned. Fox just ran right into him. Don't understand why the defensive player has to move out of the way, a position he's already established.
Well, Fox 2 for 3 from the line.
He must have had a better view than I did.
Yes.
Interesting that Byron Scott is going with Lucius Hughes instead of Kerry Kittles down the stretch here.
Kerry Kittles 3 for 7. Got off to the good start. And then fading, so he is sitting down. Van Horn. Rebound O'Neal.
They need a big play from Van Horn. He had it in the decisive game against Boston, the big three-pointer from deep in the corner. That's what they need right now to give everybody the life and the confidence.
That was the biggest shot of his NBA career. O'Neal backing his way. Lakers 88, Nets 81 with 3 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Nets take a 20-second timeout.
Two points is 2 points. Don't be a show-off. I don't care if you slam dunk. I don't care if you shoot a layup. 2 points is 2 points. All you gotta do is take a short shot, box out, rebound. You ain't got to dunk on everybody. Forget about the theatrics. All you getting for that is two. You ain't scored 2 points your whole life. Who you gonna listen to? How about yourself? Obey your thirst. Sprite. Hey, yo, Kobe, you think you getting some tickets? Courtside? Yeah. Come on.
You know you're in trouble when Shaq is turning and facing you. Comes right into you, initiates like all great offensive forces. Take it right at the defender, punish him. Jason Collins is listed at 260. He looks like an ant out there.
Yes, the official height and weight, 7 feet, 260 pounds. Are you doubting this, Bill?
I want to know what Shaq weighs. I want to see Shaq on the scale.
Here's Collins. Nice touch by the rookie, and the Laker lead is 5. Shaquille O'Neal in the fourth quarter, 8 points, 7 rebounds, so has come up big. Oh, that could have been a foul on Rick Fox for the push-out.
Should have been. Elbow in the face.
O'Neal again getting inside, and he is purposely fouled by Collins. And hear the reaction, although Collins had no choice, that prevented the field goal.
Collins has played a very professional game out here, but if they don't call the push-off by Rick Fox, Jason Collins' idea. Look at the footwork by Collins. Outstanding. You're going to give it up, but Jason Collins said, look, if you don't call an elbow to my face, how can this be a foul?
O'Neal 8 for 15. Lakers by 6. Let's go to Jim Gray.
Well, Shaq told us yesterday he makes them when it counts. He doesn't believe in percentages. He said a lot of guys shoot a great percentage throughout the course of the entire game, and then they miss in the fourth quarter. And he just made 1 of 2 right there. But he says, I make them when they count. The percentages don't matter. So we'll see down the stretch as it appears to be somewhat of the strategy tonight, Mark.
Well, Shaq has had his ups and downs at the line of the fourth quarter here tonight. He certainly did it down the stretch against Sacramento. Jason Kidd. So Kidd now has 23, and the Laker lead is down to 4.
And Byron Scott in Jason Collins has found somebody who can handle the ball at the high post, bringing Shaq away from the basket.
Just under 3 remaining in this fourth quarter. O'Neal, yes. 33 points Shaquille O'Neal. The Lakers 91, the Nets 85. 2:35 to go in the fourth. Nice reverse by Kidd. Collins getting to the rebound. He is fouled. That will not count. He will not get the call on the continuation, but he will head to the line.
Jason Kidd moving brilliantly without the ball, able to catch a tough pass there and then knock it down. Defense not able to contain him because they're worried about the ball at the high post in Jason Collins' hands. And then Shaq just rolls right into the lane. All New Jersey can do is get it back on the offensive end. They got to keep scoring here and make some free throws.
Would you like another one?
No, I'm happy with the one I have.
Are you tough enough to drive a Tacoma?
The Sum of All Fears is the #1 movie in America. Roger Ebert says, thumbs up. Rex Reed calls it an exciting action blockbuster. Ben Affleck and Morgan Freeman take a spy thriller to a new level. The Sum of All Fears, rated PG-13. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
Dave Logan is single. He goes on many dates.
What is it that you do?
I'm a lawyer.
I hate lawyers.
And he uses his Discover card.
Check, please.
So far, he's built up a cashback bonus award of over $160.
You're kind of boring.
Check, please.
What do you think this thing's going between us? Because you know my clock's kind of ticking.
Check, please.
It's money he'll use for an engagement ring someday.
So, what do you do for a living?
Maybe someday soon.
I'm a lawyer.
Discover Card's new cashback bonus program.
Really?
Where you get paid for the things you buy anyway.
NBC Sundays this fall, a new drama with a unique storytelling style. One crime.
Sweetie, you're gonna be okay.
Seen from many points of view, all of them leading you to the truth.
What are you doing? Back up your car, chasing a very bad man.
Boomtown, NBC this fall.
Following the game on most of these NBC stations, your local news, then the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And for those of you who would like to continue with the NBA Finals, we'll have a post-game special on CNBC immediately following our telecast with Hannah Storm, Tom Tolbert, The Czar, Mike Fratello, and Peter Vesey. That'll be following the game. Jason Kidd is 1 rebound and 1 assist away from yet another triple-double. The last triple-double in the NBA Finals, a fellow who is in the building, Phil. Back in 1993, Charles Barkley did it Game 4 for the Phoenix Suns against the Chicago Bulls. And, of course, Jason had 3 triple-doubles in the series against the Boston Celtics. Players to average a triple-double in a conference or division final. Well, Wilt Chamberlain did it. There have been 25 triple-doubles by 13 different players. Lost control. With 2:24 remaining in the fourth quarter, the Lakers with a 91-87 lead. Here's Kidd. Collins. Van Horn. And apparently stepped out of bounds. Van Horn backing up. You saw Robin Horry pointing at Van Horn's right foot as he backed away.
They did so many things right, and then just a little mental mistake. And Jason Kidd, an extraordinary defender, trying to take time off the clock against Kobe.
Just under 2 remaining in this fourth quarter. At one point of the first half, the Nets were down by 23. Collins reaching in, making contact, and picks up number 4.
He waited so long. He had Shaq up against the shot clock. Basically, Shaq has to be a shooter, holds his position, has everything going his way, and then the wild swipe at the ball just hits Shaq in the back of the head. An easy play to call.
O'Neal 5 for 12 from the line in this fourth quarter. Not good. Overall, he's now 10 of 18. So the Lakers lead by 5.
Desperately need offense here for New Jersey. Penetration and dish, knock down some shots. Martin trying to get on the glass. And Jason Collins continue to handle the ball effectively and set screens at the high post.
This crowd on its feet as the Lakers have taken a 6-point lead. Nice pass. Harris coming up short. Collins again able to get to the loose ball. And we get a whistle. Jack Neese, the outside official, pointing to the clock. And apparently they're having a problem with the 24-second clock. And the Nets are very upset because they felt the flow was interrupted.
They had the advantage. They were on the attack. And because of the malfunction and the misapplication of the reset here, they were taken out of their flow.
Well, here's Kidd shooting the 3. O'Neal with the rebound. With a minute 25 remaining in this fourth quarter. Lakers with the ball up by 6 points. Bryant, nice pass. Fox lays it in. So the Lakers lead 95-87. And Byron Scott takes a timeout.
What makes it so difficult to try to beat the Lakers, you got a guy like Kobe Bryant who's isolated. Now, Van Horn comes to double team Jason Kidd right there, but that leaves Rick Fox wide open, and now New Jersey really up against it.
Why do people climb mountains? Why do opposites attract? Why do you want the new Camry? The new Camry, reinvented so it's faster, sleeker, roomier, better. You're gonna want one. See your local Toyota dealer.
I can't remember anything that happened before 2 weeks ago.
On June 14th.
You've got a Black Ops agent who's off the reservation.
Take him out. Danger.
Buckle up.
Signed it. Born. The Born Identity. Rated PG-13. At theaters June 14th.
This year, the world's top horses will vie for victory at the Belmont Stakes. But only one horse will be vying for a place in history. Only one horse will be attempting a feat unrealized in 24 years. Only one horse will be racing for the Visa Triple Crown. Here comes War Emblem! And only one card can get you in to see it. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
You mess with the fro, you got to go. Come join the Brotherhood. Wow! I feel good.
Falling in love with you wasn't part of the plan.
It's this summer's Laugh-A-Minute surprise comedy hit. You got soul. Undercover Brother, rated PG-13. Now playing.
NBA Final, New Jersey, Los Angeles. Love it live.
Coming to NBC Sundays, Crime and Punishment, a real-life Law and Order.
There's no such thing as a perfect crime.
Real cops, real lawyers.
I hope you're angry. I hope you're outraged.
Everything is real, even him. Crime and Punishment, a real-life Law and Order. NBC 1 week from Sunday.
All you really want want in life is a chance, and the Nets have had a myriad of chances here. With a 6-point deficit, Jason Kidd has a chance to cut it to 3. Clank, and no offensive rebounding as Shaq just zoning it up. And then with Kobe isolated here, the double team comes, allowing Rick Fox to get a wide open layup. That's championship level ball movement. And now what can Byron Scott do? What little hair he has left. Kenyon Martin had a good stretch there in the third quarter, but right now they've got to rely on their MVP Jason Kidd creating.
Harris taking from Kidd. So the Lakers now lead 95-89, a minute remaining in this fourth quarter. And Joe Crawford once again over at the scorer's table to hold up play. They had a problem with the 24-second clock. Now both teams in the penalty. They have been in for a good portion of this fourth quarter. Nets have 1 timeout remaining. Lakers have 2 and a 20. Incidentally, Kidd picked up an assist in setting it up for Harris just a moment ago. That's 10 assists, so he's 1 rebound away from a triple-double. Now Van Horn with the pressure on Fox. Down to 50 seconds remaining in the fourth, and the foul is given by Collins.
That was a hack-a-Shaq play. That was intentional, and the strategy by Byron Scott, the gamble that Shaq will miss some, stops the clock. Realizing that they need to get that ball back and possession is critical. Just trailed by 6. They desperately need the big guy to clank one here.
O'Neal 12 for 20 from the line for the game. It is 8 of 15 here in the fourth quarter, but another huge game for Shaquille O'Neal. 36 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 blocked shots. And he's come up with 14 of his 36 in the fourth quarter, 96-89. And it is now a triple-double for Jason Kidd as he picked up his 10th rebound. Martin for 3. Bryant on the rebound. Martin is on the loose ball. Here's Van Horn for 3. Harris with the catch, and Martin is able to hammer it down. The Laker lead is 5 points, 31 and 6/10 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. You see the pressure by the Nets, but the Lakers able to get it to the front court. And Fisher is fouled to stop the clock.
Lakers are being forced to throw over the top, and that's good, but when you do that, you run the risk of the backline defensive guys, Van Horn, Jason Collins, being able to come up. They have to anticipate. Byron Scott has got a lot to build on from this game. There's still the chance of a miracle finish here for the Nets, but the Lakers are going to have to miss an awful lot of free throws.
And Derek Fisher, one of the best free throw shooters in the league. He's now 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Lakers by 6, down to 28 seconds remaining.
What makes it so tough against LA, too, is that their ability to spread the floor and move that ball and make the other team chase you.
Timeout called by New Jersey. That is their final timeout. And this crowd beginning to file out. Lakers with a 98-91 lead. Game 2 coming up here at Staples on Friday night, and then the scene will shift to the Continental Airlines Arena in New Jersey. Games 3 and 4. It's the 2-3-2 format. There is a game 5 that will take place in New Jersey, and then if there are games 6 and 7, it's back here in Los Angeles. For the Nets, their first trip to the finals since they joined the NBA in 1976, and Shaquille O'Neal continues on his excellent pace, picking it up in games 6 and 7 against Sacramento, and has done it once again here tonight.
Just no stopping the big man. He came to play. He had 16 points right at the top, set the tone, got New Jersey back underneath the basket, back on their heels. Yes, they made a nice comeback here. Jason Kidd had very respectable numbers here. But do they believe that they can take the tempo and the flow away from from Los Angeles and actually get a victory rather than a close margin of defeat.
Triple-double for Jason Kidd. That has been accomplished 25 times, now 26 by 14 different players. Magic Johnson leading the way with 8 triple-doubles in the history of the NBA Finals. Lakers up by 7. Nets do not have any timeouts left. So they're looking for the quick shot. And here it is from Martin from downtown. It's 98-94, 25 seconds remaining. Once again, the Nets look to foul. And Van Horn picks it up. So Keith Van Horn is fouled out. And the Lakers head back to the line with 22.3 to go in this fourth quarter.
The guy who inbounds the ball, they can release it anytime they want to Shaq's man. Jason Collins has played an outstanding floor game here. Finally a three-pointer that goes down, but with Van Horn fouling out, Byron Scott chooses to come with Richard Jefferson as opposed to the disappeared one, Kerry Kittles.
Van Horn 12 points in his 35 minutes. Fox at 82%. Free throw shooter now 4 for 5. Solid game for Rick Fox, 14 points, 8 rebounds. The Lakers up by 5. Jefferson on the rebound. And Kidd looks to race it up. Looking for the 3. Now Martin, who hit one just a moment ago. Rebound O'Neal. And here is Ori checking the clock. And instead of scoring, he looks to run it out. The Lakers are hearing it from this crowd as they take game 1 by the score of 99-94. It appeared to be on the verge of a blowout with the Lakers jumping to a 23-point lead in the first half, but the Nets got back into it. Lakers able to hold on for this game number 1 of the best of 7. Let's go over to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. I'm here with Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, congratulations on a good game tonight. How is it that the Lakers, up by 23 points, made this an adventure?
Well, I think we just got kind of lackadaisical. We don't really know much about this team. Now that we know what they have and what they're going to do, I think we'll be a little bit more focused. This is the type of team they're never going to give up, so we have to do everything right, and we will.
Did you just do enough to win tonight? Was that the case?
It's all about winning. We could have played better, but, it's all about us. It's nothing that they did. We just messed around, and we just have to pick it up, and we will. It's only our 3rd time playing this team. We don't really know that much about them, but right now we're just trying to win 4 games. We already won 1, so we got 3 more wins to go.
Shaq, was there any letdown from the great series that you guys had played against Sacramento? Was there a mental letdown, maybe?
I'm not going to blame it on a mental letdown, so don't be bringing it up. It's all about us just going out there playing team ball, execute, and we just got kind of lackadaisical. I wouldn't blame it on a mental letdown. We don't really know much about the team. Now that we know, we'll pick it up. Don't be trying to make stuff up, Jim.
All right. Shaq, congratulations. Good game tonight. Back to you, Marv.
All right, Shaquille O'Neal, 36 points, 16 rebounds, 14 of the 36 in the fourth quarter. Kobe Bryant with 22 and a triple-double for Jason Kidd. 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. Again, the final score from L.A. Lakers take game 1, 99-94 over the Nets. The NBA Finals continue Friday night right here on NBC starting at 9 o'clock Eastern Time with game number 2. And coming up tonight, following your late local news, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, his guest Adam Sandler. And for those of you who would like to continue with coverage from the finals, a post-game special on CNBC will immediately follow these upcoming messages. So for Bill Walt, Jim Gray, Lewis Johnson, I'm Marv Albert saying good night from Staples in L.A. Lakers 99, the Nets 94. You've been watching the NBA Finals on NBC.